The Marvel Knight. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 51. Goodbye Lincoln. Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry returned to the cell where they were held and met Lincoln again. Lincoln immediately asked in surprise, "Huh? Why were you three caught again? Aren't you going to leave New York?" Lincoln's first reaction was that the three of them must not have fulfilled their promise to him. "Lincoln, we meet again. We are really destined to meet." "Lincoln, don't worry, Axe is dead." "What? Axe is dead? How did he die?" "Axe took some unknown drug and died suddenly. I didn't expect that he would take this path." "Lincoln, you seem to know Axe very well." "Of course I know him. Axe and I are best brothers. We used to be. His temperament has changed suddenly recently, and I can hardly recognize him." "Did something happen to him?" Lincoln's eyes flickered when he heard this. Lu Nian observed this scene keenly. "I'm sorry, I don't know. He's your best brother. How could you not know what happened to him? Are you doubting me?" "We just want to know what happened to Axe." "I'm sorry, I don't know," Lincoln said, turned his head away, and ignored Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry. Seeing Lincoln's attitude, Lu Nian knew that it was impossible to get an answer from Lincoln, so he took Tom and Jerry to sit on the other side. "Boss, why are you so polite to that guy? Just go up and beat him up. He will definitely tell the truth." "Tom, don't give me any advice." "Jerry, am I wrong? If we really do that, do we need to come back here now?" "Boss wants to be a good person. Don't let me down." "But boss, you can't be too kind when dealing with bad guys. Think about how Axe dealt with us last night. If it weren't for Daredevil's timely appearance, boss, to put it bluntly, you would have been shot to death by Axe." "Tom, am I wrong?" "What I said is the truth." Lu Nian looked at Tom and his thoughts went back to last night. The moment he saw the pistol on the ground, Lu Nian knew that he owed Daredevil a life. At the same time, Lu Nian was full of resentment towards Axe. Axe wanted to kill Lu Nian, which made Lu Nian want to kill Axe for a moment. But Lu Nian finally held back. The 16-year-old Lu Nian always had a woman's kindness in her heart. Lincoln sat on the other side, glancing at Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry from time to time. At the same time, Lincoln was calculating in his mind, did they really kill X? Why haven't my men come to report to me yet? Did they just lie to me? At this time, the cleaner who was responsible for cleaning in the police station happened to clean nearby. Lincoln's men took a small note from the cleaner and handed it to Lincoln. After reading the small note, Lincoln couldn't help laughing. "Ha ha ha, X is finally dead. X is finally dead." Lincoln's laughter reached the ears of Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry. "It seems that he got the news." "Yeah, this Lincoln is so powerful, even the police station has his men. Don't underestimate it." "What a pity, he is willing to cooperate with us." At the same time, Matthew Murdock and Director Conan had a cordial exchange. After investigation, Director Conan confirmed that Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry were innocent. Although the three of them are innocent, it is also true that the three of them escaped from prison yesterday. What do you think about this? Ha ha ha. Chief Conan, 3 innocent people are freely entering and leaving the police station. I don't think there is anything wrong with that. Chief Conan did not expect Matthew Murdock to be so eloquent and make a big deal out of a small matter. However, Chief Conan chose to take advantage of the situation and let Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry go. Lawyer Matthew Murdock, you are right. It is completely legal and reasonable for 3 innocent people to enter and exit the police station freely. You can take the 3 of them away from the police station at any time. Thank you, Chief Conan. Thank you for your fairness. It is a blessing for the people of New York to have you as the police chief. Haha. You are too kind. I am just the chief of a branch. Chief Conan, you don't have to be so modest. I believe that with your ability, it is only a matter of time before you become the police chief of New York. Chief Conan bowed to Matthew Murdock and thanked him. Then I will take advantage of your good words. Chief Conan, if possible, I would like to take my 3 clients away from the police station now. Do you have any objection? No problem. I will send someone to bring them here immediately. At the same time, in the cell, Lincoln actually took the initiative to walk up to Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry. "Thank you, I just received a report from my men. Axel was indeed dead last night." "You three really kept your promise to me," Jerry said in a cold tone. "We each get what we need. You don't have to thank us." No, you don't know how many bad things Axel has done over the years. He deserves death. Not only did he kill my girlfriend and put the blame on me, he also used those stowaways to do human experiments. Ha ha ha. New York, the Big Apple. Hundreds of people disappear here every day. Who cares how those missing people disappeared? Where are they? Are they still alive? No one cares. No one cares. Those missing people are as humble as dust on the ground. No one cares about their existence. No one even knows when they appeared there and when they disappeared. After hearing Lincoln's words, the faces of Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry turned livid in an instant. There are many bad people in this world, and people are doing bad things every moment. But Axel's behavior obviously exceeds the scope of bad people. Beast. Lu Nian personally defined X's behavior. Lincoln immediately raised his thumbs and said, "That's right, you are right. X is a beast, boss. Now I feel that we let that beast off too easily last night. I should have killed him myself." That's right, that's right. Chapter 52. New Cyborg. A few days ago in Brooklyn Park, the robber who was crippled by Lu Nian was now lying on Dr. Gordon's operating table. Beside the operating table, Dr. Gordon was waving the scalpel in his hand with excitement. Dr. Gordon made excited sounds from time to time. "Great, great, this mutant is so perfect. This time, I will definitely be able to transform a perfect cyborg warrior." Dr. Gordon fully learned from the experience and lessons of transforming octopus, horse and crabman before. This time, Dr. Gordon provided more advanced transformation materials for the cyborg warriors. Vibranium, also known as sound-absorbing steel, is one of the hardest materials in the Marvel Universe. Only Wakanda, the hometown of Black Panther, has vibranium on Earth. The most famous Captain America's shield in Marvel history is made of vibranium as raw material, combined with other elements, and finally synthesized into adamantium, creating the strongest shield in Marvel history. During World War II, Hydra was repeatedly attacked by Captain America and hated Captain America's shield. After years of investigation and research, Hydra also got some rare vibranium for research. After the mysterious disappearance of the Red Skull, Dr. Zora inherited most of Hydra's legacy, including some vibranium. After hearing about it, Dr. Gordon took the initiative to find Dr. Zora and asked for vibranium as a material for the cyborg. Dr. Zora couldn't stand Dr. Gordon's daily requests, so he gave Dr. Gordon a piece of vibranium. Dr. Gordon regarded it as a treasure and was reluctant to use it. The death of Octopus, Horse and Crabman deeply stimulated Dr. Gordon, so now, Dr. Gordon took out the vibranium. Crunch, crunch. On the operating table, a series of heart-pounding sounds came. A few hours later, Dr. Gordon nodded with satisfaction at the cyborg in front of him. "Carry him down to rest." "Yes, Dr. Gordon." Several members of Hydra immediately stepped forward and carried the new cyborg down. Dr. Zora called Dr. Gordon on video just after he finished the transformation experiment. "Dr. Gordon, how did the transformation experiment go this time?" "I heard that you used vibranium in this transformation experiment." Ha ha ha. Dr. Zora is as well informed as ever. "Not bad. I did use vibranium in this transformation experiment. I believe that the defense of this cyborg is absolutely the strongest." "Really? There won't be any adverse reactions when vibranium is combined with the human body, right?" "No, I have perfectly integrated vibranium into the cyborg's body." "Oh, so what name did you give this cyborg?" "I decided to call him King Concat." "King Concat? Why does it sound like a pet name?" "Because I like cats more." Dr. Zora was silent when he heard Dr. Gordon's answer. In the future, King Concat, who has been making waves in the Marvel world for many years, was born just like this. On the evening of February 7th, King Concat suddenly woke up from a coma. The severe pain from his body made King Concat feel miserable. Dr. Zora had not had time to transform King Concat's brain. The memory of Dr. Gordon's human transformation is still intact in King Concat's mind. King Concat has no love or gratitude for Dr. Gordon, only endless hatred. After King Concat woke up, he quickly broke free from his restraints and jumped off the bed. I must escape. This idea was born in King Concat's mind. In the old house, there were Hydra people patrolling everywhere. It was difficult for King Concat to escape alone. However, there was also discord within Hydra. Dr. Zora was worried that Dr. Gordon would be too powerful and difficult to control after having King Concat, so Dr. Zora secretly sent someone to let King Concat out. King Concat seemed to be in danger all the way, but he escaped from Dr. Gordon's old house safely. Dr. Gordon received this bad news on the morning of February 8. After hearing that King Concat had escaped, Dr. Gordon fainted on the spot with heartache. My King Concat, don't you want me as your father? Why? At noon on February 7, Matthew Murdoch left the Brooklyn police station with Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry. At the entrance of the police station, Matthew Murdoch said goodbye to the three people. I'll just send you here, I have something else to do. See you later. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, thank you so much for what happened today. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, from now on, as long as it's your business, we will never say a word. Even if we have to climb mountains of swords and go through seas of fire, we will never hesitate. That's right, haha. Remember what you said. If one day I go to you for help, you are not allowed to laugh it off. Absolutely not. Okay, you three should go back and rest early. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, the lawyer's fees. No need, it's just a piece of cake. That won't work. You have helped us so much. If I don't pay the lawyer's fees, I will feel guilty. That's right, the boss is right. The lawyer's fees should be paid. Matthew Murdoch heard this and smiled slightly. If you insist on paying the lawyer's fees, then you can help me donate those lawyer's fees to those in need. Mr. Matthew Murdoch. Hearing this, Lu Nian didn't know what to say. Matthew Murdoch held Lu Nian's hand and said earnestly, Lu Nian, you are a good kid, but you are still too young. You can't judge whether many things are right or wrong. Moreover, you have too little social experience and don't have enough experience to deal with various emergencies. Most importantly, you still have powerful power in your hands. In this case, I am really worried that you will go astray. Good and bad are often only a matter of your thoughts. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, don't worry, I will definitely be a good person. I believe you, Lu Nian. Be a good person. Do things well. After saying this, Matthew Murdoch disappeared on the streets of Brooklyn. Lu Nian looked at Matthew Murdoch's departing back, stood there, silent, and became dazed. Until Matthew Murdoch disappeared, Lu Nian had not come back to his senses. Boss, he's gone. I know. Mr. Matthew Murdoch is such a good person. Well, we should also work hard to be a good person like Mr. Matthew Murdoch. Chapter 53 King Concat, Part 1. February 7th, Lu Nian took Tom and Jerry to a sumptuous lunch to celebrate the three people's freedom. During the meal, after a few glasses of wine, Tom and Jerry opened up their conversation. Boss, what should we do in the future? Should we continue to go to the streets to do good deeds? What else can we do? We must continue to go to the streets to do good deeds. Otherwise, how can we be worthy of Mr. Matthew Murdoch? But boss, have you ever thought about what we should do if we encounter the same thing again? Of course I have thought about this. We can learn from Daredevil. Learn from Daredevil? How? Daredevil seems to act at night every time. We can also go out at night to fight crime in the future. I have thought about it carefully. Night is the peak crime period in New York, and at night, most of the police in New York are off work. Ordinary people want to seek protection, but they can't find anyone. At this time, we can stand up, act at night. Boss, isn't it too dangerous for us to go out at night? What if we encounter some troubles that cannot be solved? No, you can carry guns at night. If you encounter danger, you too can shoot in self-defense. Boss, are you sure you want to do this? At this moment, a gleam of brilliance flashed in Lu Nian's eyes. Sure, I must fight crime and make the darkness disappear forever from the sky of New York. Hearing Lu Nian's bold words, Tom and Jerry instantly felt their whole bodies, their blood boiling. Boss, I'll follow you. Let's start tonight. Yes, boss. We must give New York a bright and clear world. Seeing Tom and Jerry so active, Lu Nian felt very comforted. I'll find you at 10 o'clock tonight. Okay, we will definitely wait for you at home on time. boss. Then after dinner, you go back and rest. Recharge your energy. Tonight, we'll do a big job. Okay. After lunch, the three of them parted ways and went their separate ways. Tom and Jerry went home to rest, while Lu Nian returned to Mrs. Henry's house. What made Lu Nian curious was that Mrs. Henry did not go out and sat at home. Mrs. Henry was also surprised to see Lu Nian coming back. Lu Nian, why are you back? Didn't you say you were going on a business trip for a while? Mrs. Henry, I don't need to go on a business trip. Then do you still have to work? Yeah, but what's wrong? Lu Nian, do you have anything to say? I don't have anything. Lu Nian hesitated for a long time, but still didn't tell Mrs. Henry that he was going out to do justice at night. At the same time, King Concat, who escaped from death, began to appear in downtown New York. King Concat looks no different from ordinary people, but King Concat's arms are mixed with a lot of vibranium, similar to metal arms, with amazing defense. At the same time, King Concat's legs, although not mixed with vibranium, have been injected with special drugs by Dr. Gordon, and have better endurance, strength and explosive power than ordinary people. This drug has huge side effects, and ordinary people can't use it at all. But King Concat is an Epsilon-level mutant, and his body can adapt to this drug very well. After escaping from Dr. Gordon's old house, King Concat ran aimlessly all the way, and finally came to the railway line in eastern Brooklyn, looking for a place to hide. During the day, King Concat hides and sleeps. At night, King Concat goes out to look for food. King Concat's arms are mixed with vibranium, which is amazingly powerful and can easily break boulders. The anti-theft rolling shutter doors of ordinary stores are like defenseless to King Concat. At around 9 o'clock in the evening on February 7th, Lu Nian quietly opened the window and left Mrs. Henry's house while Mrs. Henry was asleep. Lu Nian trotted all the way to the door of Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry were already ready. Dong dong dong. As soon as Lu Nian knocked on the door, Tom and Jerry rushed out. Boss, we can't wait. That's right, boss. Where are we going tonight? North Brooklyn is the worst hit area for crime in New York, so we can just move around there. But boss, North Brooklyn is so big, where should we start? Lu Nian closed his eyes and thought for a moment, then said, let's start with Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. There's a truck station there, and there are a lot of warehouses nearby. I think something will definitely happen. What do you think? Okay, let's go to Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway tonight. In order to go out easily, Tom and Jerry rented a Chevrolet sedan in advance. Tom drove the car, carrying 3 people, to Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. On the evening of February 7th, King Concat stretched and decided to go out to find food. King Concat retained his previous memories. However, King Concat accepted the new name given to him by Dr. Gordon. Some people give themselves a mighty and domineering name after they have great power. King Concat is no exception. Although the name King Concat doesn't sound very domineering, I like it. After Lu Nian and others arrived at Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway, they split into 2 groups and began patrolling. Tom, Jerry, be careful on the road. If you encounter any situation, report to me immediately. Boss, don't worry, boss, I will call you when the time comes. You must rush over in time. If you are late, Tom and I may die. Shut up, Jerry, you curl mouth. Tom finished speaking and glared at Jerry fiercely. Jerry knew that he had said the wrong thing and dared not talk nonsense anymore. Seeing this scene, Lu Nian secretly felt funny in his heart. Haha, Jerry, don't worry, I will definitely rush over when the time comes. Boss, let's go. Boss, you have to be careful too. Well, let's start patrolling tonight. Lu Nian had been rubbing his hands and couldn't wait to start patrolling. Tom and Jerry were not in a hurry to start patrolling. After Lu Nian's back disappeared, Tom and Jerry returned to the car and packed up their equipment. Tom handed a pistol to Jerry. Jerry, how is it? You haven't touched this thing for a long time. Do you still remember how to use it? Nonsense. Of course I remember how to use it, Jerry said, skillfully loaded the pistol with bullets, and then turned off the safety of the pistol. After doing all this, Jerry kissed the muzzle of the gun and said, baby, My life safety tonight depends on you. Chapter 54 King Kong Cat, Part 2. Tom and Jerry were patrolling along the railway line. When the two walked to a crossroads, they suddenly heard a cry for help from a 24-hour convenience store on the street. Help, help, someone is robbing. Tom and Jerry immediately rushed into the convenience store. On the floor, the manager of the convenience store was lying in a pool of blood, dying. Jerry walked up to check the manager's injuries. Tom checked around and kept alert. Are you okay? I've called an ambulance for you, just now. A monster suddenly broke in. Monster? Yes, yes. What does the monster look like? Can you tell me? The monster looks like an ordinary person, but his arms are very, very strong. Strong arms? How can you say it's a monster? The manager of the convenience store suddenly shook his head like a rattle. No, 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 you don't understand. You didn't see it. I just chopped him with a knife, but his arm was totally unharmed. Oh, is he that powerful? Well, if you meet him, you must be extra careful. Were you hurt by him? Yes, yes. I chopped him with a knife, and he got angry, so he scratched my chest with his claws. You mean claws? Yes, yes. His hands are claws. This is important information. Tom, did you find anything unusual? No. But what? Haha. I found that a lot of food and drinks were missing from the counters of the convenience store. Hey, did he rob money? Well, it seems not. It seems that he came to the convenience store just to steal food and drinks. This guy is really a weirdo. Jerry, what should we do now? Let's send the convenience store manager to the hospital first. Tom, call the boss. I think this robber is definitely not simple. Okay. Tom and Jerry waited for the ambulance from the hospital to arrive and sent the convenience store manager to the ambulance. On the other side, after receiving a call from Tom, Lu Nian rushed to the convenience store where Tom and Jerry were. When Lu Nian arrived, the ambulance had just left. Tom, Jerry, what happened? Tom didn't say it very clearly on the phone just now. Boss, you're here. Boss, let me tell you. Jerry repeated the information he had just received in detail to Lu Nian. A monster? Lu Nian thought this information was very important. When Lu Nian heard the word monster, the first thing he thought of was the octopus horse he had met before. Could that octopus horse have accomplices? Lu Nian immediately thought of this possibility. It is said that after King Kong Cat robbed a lot of food and drinks, he returned to his hiding place. King Kong Cat casually opened a bag of spicy strips from the mysterious east. After eating so much, this is still the most delicious. However, King Kong Cat's two hands were transformed into two claws by Dr. Gordon, so it was not very convenient to eat. After eating a bag of spicy strips, King Kong Cat licked his paws with satisfaction and said, "It's delicious. It seems that I can grab more of this stuff to eat tomorrow." Although many people will have diarrhea and other side effects after eating spicy strips due to incompatibility of the stomach and intestines, but King Kong Cat, as a mutant, has perfectly overcome this side effect of spicy strips. King Kong Cat can enjoy a large amount of spicy strips without any discomfort. While King Kong Cat was eating and drinking, Lu Nian took Tom and Jerry to search for King Kong Cat. Of course, this meaningless search did not play any role. The three people did not find even a hair of King Kong Cat. The search of the three people continued until more than 3 o'clock in the morning. Tom and Jerry kept yawning. Boss, why don't we forget it today? That's right, boss. I feel that I will definitely not find the monster today. Lu Nian looked down at the watch. Oh, it's already past 3 o'clock. I have to get back home before Mrs. Henry wakes up. Boss, let's go back quickly. Lu Nian was a little unwilling. He didn't accomplish anything on this trip tonight. Seeing this, Tom and Jerry looked at each other. Tom pouted at Jerry, and Jerry nodded slightly. Boss, actually our action tonight was fruitful. You see, at least we got the information about the monster tonight. I believe that tomorrow night, we will be able to catch this monster. Jerry, I've been wondering, if we could set off earlier tonight, would the convenience store manager not have been injured? Boss, you are too kind-hearted. Hundreds of people are injured every day in New York, and you can't protect everyone. Besides, if he wasn't injured, how would we know that he was attacked by a monster? Lu Nian nodded in agreement. That's true, boss, Actually, I'm still a little worried about that monster. Oh, that monster is not afraid of knives. It must not be an ordinary person. Yeah, I heard that an octopus horse appeared in Brooklyn before, and I always thought it was a rumor. No, not a rumor. An octopus horse did appear in Brooklyn, but I have already eliminated him. Boss, are you telling the truth? It's true. It was right in front of my house. After I fought a big battle with the octopus horse, the octopus horse burned itself to death. Tom and Jerry were so surprised when they heard Lu Nian's words. Boss, are you so awesome? Boss, have you told anyone about this? No, so far, only you two know about this. I haven't told anyone about this before, because I learned from Octopus Horse that he is a member of a mysterious organization. I am worried that his organization may be detrimental to me and those around me, so I deliberately concealed this matter. I hope you two won't tell anyone, so as not to bring yourself some unnecessary trouble. After listening, Tom and Jerry nodded seriously. Boss, don't worry, we will never tell anyone about it. This matter will rot in our stomachs. That's right. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 55, King Kong Cat, Part 2. February 8th. Lu Nian quietly returned to Mrs. Henry's house. Mrs. Henry was still sleeping soundly and didn't notice Lu Nian sneaking in through the window. Seeing that Mrs. Henry hadn't woken up, Lu Nian breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that Octopus Horse really has an accomplice. And Octopus Horse's accomplice is definitely not simple. In Lu Nian's mind, the scene of the previous battle with Octopus Horse emerged. As the first cyborg in history, Octopus Horse's strength is remarkable. If it weren't for the bad luck of meeting Lu Nian, Octopus Horse's life would definitely be very brilliant. At the same time, after Dr. Gordon lost the trace of King Kong Cat, he immediately sent all his men out to capture King Kong Cat. But King Kong Cat was extremely cunning and hid in his hiding place during the day and never showed up. The Hydra people searched the entire Brooklyn area and found no trace of King Kong Cat, but Dr. Gordon did not give up. King Kong Cat has vibranium in his body. Dr. Gordon soon developed a device specifically for detecting vibranium. The Hydra people took this device and wandered around the streets of Brooklyn, looking for King Kong Cat. However, many members of Hydra had never seen King Kong Cat's true face, which also laid the groundwork for their later tragedy. King Kong Cat ate and slept during the day, and basked in the sun at noon and in the afternoon. His life was quite comfortable. At night, King Kong Cat would go out to rob food and drinks. For King Kong Cat, money has no meaning. As long as King Kong Cat looked down and saw his claws, he would feel infinite hatred for Dr. Gordon. However, in addition to Dr. Gordon, King Kong Cat hated another person. That person was Lu Nian. If Lu Nian hadn't beaten King Kong Cat and regarded him as a cripple, King Kong Cat would not have been sent to Dr. Gordon's old house for transformation. Therefore, the culprit of all this was Lu Nian. King Kong Cat was obsessed with seeking revenge on Lu Nian, but before that, King Kong Cat planned to form his own power. Early in the morning of February 8th, after finishing the breakfast made by Mrs. Henry, Lu Nian left home. Although Lu Nian was going out to do justice at night, he still needed to find a job during the day to hide his tracks and earn a living. But with Lu Nian's education and age, it was not easy to find a job. It was impossible for Lu Nian to return to Smith's construction site and continue to be the security captain. Throughout the day, Lu Nian went around the northern part of Brooklyn and did not find a suitable job. That night, Lu Nian continued to patrol near Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway with Tom and Jerry. The purpose of the three people tonight was very clear, which was to find the whereabouts of King Kong Cat. With the experience of the previous night, Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry split into two groups and focused on finding convenience stores near Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. In front of the station warehouse on Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway, the three people parted ways and went their separate ways. Boss, we're leaving. You're alone. Be careful. Ha ha ha. Of course I'm fine. But you two should be careful." Tom and Jerry looked at each other, raised their pistols, and waved them at Lu Nian. "Boss, we have weapons. Don't be afraid." "That's right, we have weapons. Don't underestimate that monster. I think he's not simple. The pistol may not work on him." "No way, boss. Don't scare us too." "Hey, I hope I'm overthinking it." "Okay, I'll go to the north to take a look, and I'll leave the south to you two. If you find anything unusual, don't be impulsive. Call me immediately. I will definitely rush over as quickly as possible." Tom and Jerry answered in unison. "Okay." Lu Nian turned around and walked towards the north alone. Tom and Jerry turned and walked towards the south. Jerry had just taken 2 steps when he stumbled and almost fell to the ground. Tom immediately stepped forward and asked with concern, "Jerry, what's wrong with you?" Jerry straightened his clothes and replied, "I don't know. I was walking fine, and suddenly it got stuck." Tom frowned and said worriedly, "It's not a good sign to get stuck for no reason." "Jerry, why do I suddenly have a bad feeling in my heart?" "Nothing will happen to us tonight, right?" Jerry laughed and comforted, "Ha ha ha." "Tom, you worry too much. What can happen to us? We have guns in our hands. If anything happens, we can ask the boss to come to support us. What can happen to us?" After hearing what Jerry said, Tom stopped talking, but Tom's expression was still a little uneasy. Tom and Jerry walked along the warehouse all the way south, passing by 3 24-hour convenience stores, but they didn't find any trace of King Kong Cat. Yawned Tom. "It seems that the two of us will work in vain tonight." "Isn't it good to work in vain, Jerry?" "I think it's good to be fine. But in this way, Jerry hadn't finished speaking when a black shadow flashed in front of the two of them and headed straight for a 24-hour convenience store. Jerry immediately shouted, "There's something going on ahead." After Jerry finished speaking, he raised his pistol and rushed over. Tom wanted to speak up to stop him, but it was too late. "Hey!" Tom sighed, followed him, and dialed Lu Nian's cell phone. In the convenience store, King Kong Cat kicked the convenience store manager unconscious and was about to rob food and drinks. Seeing this, Jerry immediately stopped him loudly. "Stop!" King Kong Cat suddenly heard someone talking and looked up. Jerry's face caught King Kong Cat's eyes. "It's you." King Kong Cat immediately recognized who Jerry was, the follower following Lu Nian. Seeing this, Jerry asked back, "Monster, do you know me, monster? I became like this because of you. Die." King Kong Cat said nothing, leaped and pounced on Jerry. Jerry couldn't dodge in time, and was hit head-on by King Kong Cat's claws. Jerry's chest was immediately cut open by King Kong Cat's claws, leaving a bloody gash. Blood gushed out instantly. Jerry wanted to say something, but he couldn't say a word. He just covered his chest with one hand in pain, and pointed at King Kong Cat with the other hand. King Kong Cat showed no mercy and clawed back again. This claw hit Jerry's throat directly. This time, Jerry's body fell down, and his mouth stopped breathing at the same time. Jerry's eyes were wide open, and it was obvious that he died with his eyes open. Chapter 56 King Kong Cat, End. As soon as Tom walked into the convenience store, he saw Jerry being killed by King Kong Cat. Tom was stunned for a moment. Tom forgot to run away, forgot to call the police, forgot to ask for help, and forgot all his instinctive reactions. At this moment, all the past events between Tom and Jerry were replayed in Tom's mind. Tom and Jerry are true brothers in life and death, and they are friends of life and death who can die on the same day of the same month of the same year. Tom was stunned, but King Kong Cat was not. The first time King Kong Cat saw Tom, he immediately recognized who Tom was. Tom and Jerry were both followers following Lu Nian. As long as he thought of Lu Nian, King Kong Cat could not suppress his anger. So, King Kong Cat leaped in front of Tom. "If you want to blame someone, blame you for following the wrong boss," King Kong Cat said, and scratched with his claws. Tom's chest was immediately broken by the sharp claws, and a bloody hole was opened. But Tom did not react at all. At this moment, Tom was still thinking about Jerry's tragic death. Jerry, why did you leave like this? What about the promise of dying on the same day and month of the same year? What about the promise of sharing happiness and suffering together? You left alone. What the hell is going on? Why did you leave me alone? Why? Tom's sudden roar scared King Kong Cat. "Is this guy crazy?" "Forget it. I'll be kind and send you on your way," King Kong Cat said, and raised his claws again. At this time, a black youth walked into the convenience store and wanted to buy a pack of cigarettes. When he saw King Kong Cat raising his claws and trying to kill Tom, the black youth screamed in fear on the spot. The scream of the black youth called Tom's soul back. "It hurts." Tom only noticed at this time that there was a bloody hole in his chest. King Kong Cat glared at the black youth and raised his claws again, ready to kill Tom. Seeing this, Tom would naturally not sit still and wait for death. Tom immediately looked around, trying to find something to save his life. Got it. Tom saw a frying pan on the shelf of a convenience store on the right. Swish. King Kong Cat's grip fell. Tom didn't think twice, raised the frying pan, and blocked it in front of him. Bang! The next second, the frying pan was split in half by King Kong Cat and fell to the ground. At this time, the convenience store manager who was knocked unconscious by King Kong Cat woke up. When he saw King Kong Cat split the frying pan in half, he immediately roared, "You bastard! A frying pan costs $30. Can you afford it, big bastard?" At this time, the convenience store manager was still haggling over a frying pan. King Kong Cat ignored this funny convenience store manager. King Kong Cat said to Tom, "Do you think you can block my attack with a pot? You are really too naive." Tom was holding a half frying pan in his hand, stunned in place, not knowing what to say. King Kong Cat raised his claws again and swung at Tom. Tom instinctively waved the half frying pan in his hand to try to resist King Kong Cat's attack. The end is self-evident. Shoo! A blood mark appeared on Tom's face. Tom fell to the ground. Murder! Murder! The black youth was so scared that he ran away from the convenience store. King Kong Cat didn't bother to pay attention to the black youth who ran away. King Kong Cat kicked Tom's body away, then walked to the container and began to look for today's dinner and tomorrow's lunch. After eating spicy strips yesterday, King Kong Cat couldn't forget the taste of spicy strips. Spicy strips. Spicy strips. Got it. Here, spicy strips from the East have successfully occupied convenience stores in the United States. At the same time, Lu Nian was running towards this convenience store. As soon as he found King Kong Cat, Tom called Lu Nian for help. Lu Nian was worried that Tom and Jerry were in danger, so he rushed here with all his strength. But when Lu Nian arrived, it was too late. King Kong Cat left the convenience store with food and drinks. The convenience store manager called the police and the emergency number. When Lu Nian saw the ambulance and police car appear in front of the convenience store, his heart skipped a beat and he had a bad feeling. "Tom, Jerry, nothing must happen to you too." Lu Nian stepped forward and wanted to get some information, but was stopped by the police. "A murder just happened here. No one is allowed to come near." "Murder? Murder? Who died?" "I don't know them, but my colleagues said it seemed to be two gangsters on the street." All right, go away. Don't hinder the police from investigating the case." Lu Nian was struck by lightning and froze in his place. Lu Nian muttered to himself, "It can't be them, it can't be them." The police were a little curious when they saw that Lu Nian was suddenly in a trance. "What's wrong with this guy? This guy seems to know the two dead. Just now he has been asking me about the two dead. Could he be the murderer? Should we arrest him?" "Idiot, didn't you hear what the convenience store manager just described? The murderer is a monster. His hands are two claws. Look at him again. He's just an ordinary person." "Oh, sorry, I made a mistake." Heartbroken Lu Nian didn't hear what the police said at all. At this moment, Lu Nian felt as if his soul had been sucked out. At the same time, King Kong Cat returned to his hiding place with food and drinks. "I've been busy all night. I'm so tired. Finally, I can eat." King Kong Cat couldn't wait to open the spicy strips and eat them with relish. Delicious. Really delicious. Today, King Kong Cat swept away all the spicy strips in the convenience store. Hundreds of packs of spicy strips are enough for King Kong Cat to eat to his heart's content. The police left, the doctor left, and the convenience store closed down. Lu Nian was alone, walking aimlessly and blankly on the streets of Brooklyn at night. "Tom, Jerry, I'm sorry for you. I'm not worthy of being your boss." Lu Nian's tears could not help but flow down her cheeks. "Revenge. I want revenge." In the end, Lu Nian turned all his self-blame and grief into one word: revenge. Lu Nian swore in his heart that he must kill King Concat with his own hands to avenge Tom and Jerry. Chapter 57 Funeral. February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, was the funeral of Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry did not have any close friends during their lifetime. The only good friend of the two was the eldest brother, Lu Nian. Lu Nian buried Tom and Jerry with the standard of burying brothers. Tom and Jerry were buried in the Holy Cross Cemetery at 3620 Titan Avenue, Brooklyn. A month ago, Lu Nian's mother was buried in this cemetery. Lu Nian was the only one who attended Tom and Jerry's funeral. However, Lu Nian did not know that there was another person who also appeared at Tom and Jerry's funeral and watched the funeral throughout. This person was lawyer Matthew Murdock. Lu Nian once promised Daredevil that he would do special training with Daredevil, but Daredevil did not see Lu Nian for several days. So, on the evening of February 8th, Daredevil went to find Lu Nian on purpose, wanting to have a good talk with him about the special training. As a result, Daredevil happened to see Lu Nian wandering alone on the streets of Brooklyn, distracted. At this moment, Daredevil's mood was extremely complicated. As a 16-year-old boy, Lu Nian experienced the triple blow of losing his master, mother, and friend in just over a month. Even an adult may not be able to bear such a huge grief. But Lu Nian gritted his teeth and persisted. Professor Caesar often taught Lu Nian to learn to be strong. The stronger the person, the more they often enjoy loneliness and misunderstanding that ordinary people cannot taste. Behind a hero, there is often a history of blood and tears. So, when you embark on this road, you have destined your life to be different. Heroes are destined to be lonely. Now, these teachings of Professor Caesar have really become a reality. Lu Nian has really become a lonely warrior. On February 9th, Daredevil went to visit Lu Nian at Mrs. Henry's house as Matthew Murdock. When Matthew Murdock saw Lu Nian's grief-stricken look, his heart was broken. Matthew Murdock hugged Lu Nian tightly in his arms and kept comforting her. "Good child. Everything will pass. Believe me, everything will pass. You must be strong." But Lu Nian had no expression on her face in the face of Matthew Murdock's comfort. Lu Nian's thoughts gradually changed. With the death of Tom and Jerry, Lu Nian no longer wanted to be a good person. Lu Nian wanted to be a bad guy. A bad guy who specializes in dealing with bad guys. Lu Nian thought in his mind, "When I thought I was carrying out justice, I found that I had made a fatal mistake. Those bad guys never have any scruples when doing bad things. They will kill people at will. They don't care whether you show mercy or not. So, when I see bad guys in the future, I will never show mercy. I must eradicate all evil." Matthew Murdock didn't know that Lu Nian's thoughts had changed. Matthew Murdock was still comforting Lu Nian, hoping that Lu Nian could get out of the sadness as soon as possible. Mrs. Henry didn't know the relationship between Lu Nian and Tom and Jerry, but Mrs. Henry knew that Tom and Jerry were street hooligans. So, when Mrs. Henry saw Lu Nian holding a funeral for Tom and Jerry, Mrs. Henry had doubts about what Lu Nian did on a daily basis. Sometimes, the seeds of doubt are always born inadvertently. This kind of thing is no exception even between relatives. Not to mention that Mrs. Henry and Lu Nian are not related. But Lu Nian can't care so much. Lu Nian now has only one thing in mind, that is, revenge for Tom and Jerry. Starting from the night of February 9th, Lu Nian actively searched for King Concat's whereabouts near Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. However, Lu Nian was destined to pass by King Concat. After killing Tom and Jerry, King Concat knew that he had made a big mistake. Although King Concat was not afraid of the police coming to his door, King Concat was afraid of Dr. Gordon's men, so he found his whereabouts. For some reason, King Concat was not afraid of the police, but was very afraid of Dr. Gordon's men. Dr. Gordon's madness left King Concat with an indelible and terrible memory in his life. If possible, King Concat never wanted to see Dr. Gordon again in his life. Therefore, King Concat chose to leave Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway in Brooklyn and go to Queens, New York to find a new refuge. On February 9th, February 10th, and February 11th, Lu Nian searched for King Concat's traces frantically on Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway for 3 consecutive days. During this period, Lu Nian also met with Dr. Gordon's people, but neither side recognized each other. The two sides just passed each other on the streets of Brooklyn. Both sides were busy looking for the whereabouts of King Concat. The two sides obviously met on the streets of Brooklyn for the same purpose, but neither side knew who the other was. On February 12th, Lu Nian gave up the idea of looking for King Concat. Lu Nian guessed that King Concat must have changed the place and hid. Mrs. Henry has been secretly following Lu Nian every day for the past 3 days. Mrs. Henry was worried that Lu Nian would do something bad outside, so she chose to secretly follow Lu Nian, wanting to catch Lu Nian's appearance and catch him red-handed. But Lu Nian just ran around the street every day and didn't do anything bad. Mrs. Henry followed for 3 days in a row and didn't find anything abnormal about Lu Nian. So Mrs. Henry temporarily put her mind at ease and gave up the idea of continuing to follow Lu Nian. However, on the evening of February 12th, a series of major events happened in Brooklyn, New York. That night, many hooligans in Brooklyn were beaten to disability when they committed crimes outside. No one knew who did it. All of them were sent to the hospital for emergency treatment. When the police asked them about the case, they could not remember what happened at that time. When Daredevil learned about this, he was secretly surprised. Who is so crazy? Although those guys are bad guys, it is really too much to use such cruel means to deal with them. Early in the morning of February 13th, Lu Nian dressed neatly and came to the Holy Cross Cemetery at 3620 Titan Avenue in Brooklyn. Today is the funeral of Tom and Jerry. Lu Nian wants to send his 2 friends to the end of their lives. Matthew Murdoch also came to the Holy Cross Cemetery, but did not show up. Matthew Murdoch is a well-known lawyer in New York. Going to the funeral of 2 hooligans would give people a reason to criticize him, so Matthew Murdoch chose to stand far away and silently participate in the whole process of the funeral. Chapter 58 Encounter. The funeral of Tom and Jerry was held in a simple manner, because the two had no relatives or friends. No one except Lu Nian would care about the life and death of Tom and Jerry. Lu Nian was not a rich man, and he was able to buy a cemetery for Tom and Jerry so that they could rest in peace hand in hand. At the funeral, Lu Nian wore a rented black suit, a black tie, a black shirt, and a white flower on his chest. He held a black umbrella in his hand. In front of Tom and Jerry's tombstone, a pastor invited by Lu Nian was praying for Tom and Jerry. Lu Nian lowered his head and stood in front of Tom and Jerry's tombstone with a sad face. Although the 3 people did not live together for a long time, for Lu Nian, Tom and Jerry had become an indispensable part of his life. When the pastor finished praying, the funeral was coming to an end. The workers who were responsible for carrying the coffins put the coffins of Tom and Jerry into the pit of the grave. The whole process did not last too long. About half an hour later, Tom and Jerry's tombstone was finally erected. On the tombstone of Tom and Jerry, it was written, "Here lies a pair of good friends, Tom and Jerry. May their souls rest in peace in heaven." Good friend, Lu Nian. Matthew Murdoch stood silently behind a tree in the cemetery, observing Lu Nian's every move. Matthew Murdoch was worried that Lu Nian might do something unexpected because of excessive grief. Fortunately, Lu Nian remained calm until the end of the funeral. Oh, what a poor child. Matthew Murdoch learned about Lu Nian's situation from the side. In less than 2 months, he lost 4 relatives. Not only that, many people around Lu Nian died. For example, the black family of 3 who lived in Lu Nian's house before. Matthew Murdoch didn't know how to evaluate Lu Nian. Is he a star of misfortune or a star of disaster? It has to be said that it is a miracle that Mrs. Henry has been safe and sound until now. After Lu Nian left the Holy Cross Cemetery, he had mixed feelings. Lu Nian walked aimlessly along the road. As he walked, he unexpectedly came to the door of Li Hua's pizza shop. Master. Walking back to the old place, seeing things reminded him of Li Hua's voice, appearance and smile, which instantly appeared in Lu Nian's mind. Li Hua's pizza shop had long been sold by Li Hua's wife, and now the shop was being renovated. Through the window, Lu Nian could see that several workers were busy working on the construction in the former pizza shop. Huh? Lu Nian, why are you here? A familiar voice suddenly came, making Lu Nian tremble all over. Sister Mai, why are you here? Since meeting Li Mai at her mother's funeral last month, Lu Nian has not seen Li Mai for more than a month. This shop was bought by my classmate's father. When I have time, I will follow my classmate to come and have a look. At this time, Lu Nian discovered that there was a white young man standing next to Li Mai. Xiao Mai, who is he? His name is Lu Nian, and he was my former middle school classmate. Former classmate? What do you mean? Lu Nian dropped out of school to work because of family reasons. Later, he became an apprentice in my father's shop. However, on the day when he finished his apprenticeship, something unexpected happened. At this point, Li Mai's voice became lower and lower. The white young man looked at Lu Nian with disdain. Lu Nian was wearing the cheapest clothes and shoes, and he looked like a person living at the bottom of society. The white young man thought to himself, it seems that he is just an ordinary poor child, and he is also a minor who dropped out of school to work. A guy like this is not my opponent at all. Xiao Mai will definitely not be interested in such a guy. And Xiao Mai's mother has promised me that when Xiao Mai finishes middle school next year, we will get married. In the United States, as long as both men and women are over 18 years old, they can get married freely. If one of the men and women is between 16 and 18 years old, they need the consent of both parents or local judges to get married. When Li Mai graduated from high school, she would be 18 years old. When the white young man thought of this, he immediately began to look at certain parts of Li Mai with an unscrupulous gaze. The white young man wanted to use this method to declare his sovereignty to Lu Nian. Seeing this, Li Mai lowered her head and remained silent, but a blush even appeared on Li Mai's face. Lu Nian felt heartbroken when she saw this scene. Although Li Mai only regarded Lu Nian as a younger brother, in Lu Nian's heart, she did not regard Li Mai as a sister. Because of her family background, Lu Nian has always suppressed her emotions. But now, before Lu Nian has time to express her love, she finds that the person she loves has turned to someone else. Lu Nian was stunned there stupidly. Boy, why don't you leave? Why are you getting in the way here? The white young man couldn't stand Lu Nian and ordered him to leave. Jack, he is my brother. You can't treat Lu Nian like this. The white young man immediately asked jealously, Lu Mai, do you like him? You actually like this beggar-like guy? Jack, please watch your words. Lu Nian and I are innocent. I always treat him as my own brother. Hearing Li Mai's words, Jack seemed to be skeptical. At this time, Lu Nian came back to her senses. Sister Mai, and the guy next to you, I won't hinder you. Sister Mai, I have something to do and I'm leaving first. I wish you happiness. Lu Nian said, turned around and left. Li Mai wanted to step forward to stop Lu Nian, but Jack grabbed her arm tightly. Li Mai couldn't break free, so she had to watch Lu Nian leave. Matthew Murdoch followed behind Lu Nian and witnessed the whole process. Matthew Murdoch couldn't help but sigh again. Hey, Lu Nian is such a poor child. After Matthew Murdoch sighed, he didn't continue to follow Lu Nian secretly, but went back to the office to work. Lawyers are very busy. Matthew Murdoch had taken a few hours off from his busy schedule, which was already his limit. Lu Nian ran aimlessly all the way, and he didn't know where he ended up in New York. Lu Nian saw a lonely abandoned building on the deserted roadside. Lu Nian was upset for a moment and walked into the abandoned building. As luck would have it, King Kong Cat was hiding in this abandoned building. When Lu Nian walked into the building, King Kong Cat was daydreaming. Chapter 59 Bloody Battle. LV Nian climbed up floor by floor, wanting to climb to the top of the building, see the scenery, and relax. King Kong Cat took a strengthening potion, and his hearing was different from that of ordinary people. As soon as LV Nian started to climb the stairs, King Kong Cat knew it. Someone is coming. Strange. This is obviously an abandoned building. Who would have nothing to do and come to such a place to hang out? Humphrey. Who cares who he is? But I found him, so I had to kill him, King Kong Cat said, showing his sharp claws and shaking them. LV Nian didn't realize that danger was coming, and continued to climb up the stairs stubbornly. The two destined enemies are about to start the first duel in each other's lives. The moment LV Nian stepped onto the roof, King Kong Cat decisively launched a sneak attack. King Kong Cat's sharp claws slashed down towards LV Nian's head. LV Nian reacted very quickly, and squatted down to avoid it when the claws were about to fall. At the same time, Lu Nian did not forget to fight back and punched King Kong Cat in the stomach. King Kong Cat took a punch from Lu Nian and took 3 steps back before stopping. At this time, the two looked up at the same time and began to examine each other. "It's you, it's you." At this moment, Lu Nian and King Kong Cat recognized who the other was at the same time. "Asshole, it's because of you. You made me look like this neither human nor ghost now. I'm going to kill you. God has eyes. And finally let me find you, this monster. It's you who killed Tom and Jerry. I must kill you today and avenge Tom and Jerry." King Kong Cat and Lu Nian hated each other very much. There was no need for the two to say more. They just came up and fought for their lives. The two people started a fierce fight on the roof. King Kong Cat's 2 claws kept slashing at Lu Nian, making Lu Nian exhausted. Lu Nian's fist hit King Kong Cat's 2 claws, but it had no effect. King Kong Cat's 2 claws were mixed with vibranium, which could even ignore bullets, let alone Lu Nian's flesh and blood. Seeing that Lu Nian couldn't hurt his claws, King Kong Cat immediately stopped worrying. King Kong Cat launched a series of attacks on Lu Nian without any scruples. In this battle, Lu Nian was at an absolute disadvantage. The more Lu Nian fought, the more frightened he became. Lu Nian thought to himself, "Damn it, how come the claws of this monster are so strong? The monster I met before was not so powerful." Lu Nian had already seen that King Kong Cat's most powerful weapon was its 2 claws. According to Professor Caesar's teachings, when fighting, you must first disarm the enemy. But Lu Nian had no way to deal with King Kong Cat's 2 claws. The claws grew on King Kong Cat's body, and Lu Nian couldn't snatch them from King Kong Cat's hands. Lu Nian's punch could easily break a wall, but now it couldn't break King Kong Cat's 2 claws. The claws in King Kong Cat's hands were not only sharp, but also perfectly matched with the body. Lu Nian locked his attack targets on King Kong Cat's head and abdomen, but they were all blocked by King Kong Cat's claws. Seeing this, Lu Nian had a question in his mind. What should I do now? Lu Nian hesitated for a moment, and his movements slowed down a bit. When two masters fight, the outcome is often decided in an instant. Hiss! King Kong Cat's claws scratched Lu Nian's chest. A long blood mark immediately appeared on Lu Nian's chest, which was shocking. Lu Nian immediately stepped back a few steps and covered his chest. Although Lu Nian's physical fitness is stronger than that of ordinary people, he is still a flesh and blood body. Lu Nian felt the severe pain from his chest, and tears flowed out. Even if Lu Nian performed very well, he was actually just a 16-year-old child, and he would cry when he was beaten. Seeing this, King Kong Cat immediately mocked. Yo yo yo, why are you crying? You are such a waste. I have always been upset when I thought about being beaten up by a waste like you. So, you should die for me. After King Kong Cat finished speaking, he raised the sharp claws in his hand again and chopped at Lu Nian's head. Lu Nian rolled on the ground to avoid King Kong Cat's attack. The half of the concrete wall behind Lu Nian was immediately smashed to pieces by King Kong Cat. Waste! Why are you still hiding? Isn't it better to let me kill you honestly? King Kong Cat said, and raised the claws in his hand again, slashing at Lu Nian's head. Seeing King Kong Cat rushing over again, Lu Nian subconsciously gave up resistance. At this moment, a familiar voice suddenly came to Lu Nian's ears. Boss, stand up. Stand up quickly, boss. Come on, boss. You said you would fight for justice. Your dream hasn't come true yet. How can you be defeated here, boss? You swore to avenge us. How can you go back on your word? Lu Nian seemed to hear Tom and Jerry, constantly encouraging himself in his ears. No, I can't die here. Absolutely not. I still have to avenge Tom and Jerry. Thinking of this, Lu Nian's eyes suddenly became firm. Lu Nian rolled on the ground again and dodged the attack of King Kong Cat. The King Kong Cat's eyes showed that he underestimated the enemy. Lu Nian began to search the surrounding area with his eyes, hoping to find something that could defeat the enemy. The roof of the abandoned building was deserted, with only various discarded materials. Lu Nian suddenly saw a bag of lime powder in the corner not far away, and immediately came up with a plan. Lu Nian stood up and fought with King Kong Cat again. However, Lu Nian's figure gradually approached the location of the bag of lime powder. King Kong Cat continued to launch continuous attacks and forced Lu Nian into the corner. Ha ha ha. You can't avoid it this time, right? Go to hell. King Kong Cat laughed a few times, raised his claws and pounced on Lu Nian. You are the one who deserves to die. Lu Nian grabbed a handful of lime powder with his bloody hands and sprinkled it on King Kong Cat. King Kong Cat couldn't avoid it in time and was splashed with lime powder. Despicable, despicable, despicable. King Kong Cat cursed despicable 3 times. But Lu Nian didn't care about that. I'll kill you while you're weak. Lu Nian launched a fierce counterattack against King Kong Cat. Soon, Lu Nian forced King Kong Cat to the railing. King Kong Cat held the railing with one paw and rubbed his eyes with the other paw. Monster, die! Lu Nian roared, gathering all his anger into his right hand. Lu Nian punched out, and King Kong Cat fell from the roof of the abandoned building with the railing. Chapter 60 Bad News. After Lu Nian knocked King Kong Cat off the roof, he immediately went downstairs to check the situation. Lu Nian saw King Kong Cat lying on the ground, bleeding from all 7 orifices, motionless. Lu Nian went forward and touched it. King Kong Cat was no longer breathing. Lu Nian couldn't help but roar to the sky, Tom, Jerry, I finally avenge you too. After killing King Kong Cat, Lu Nian swept away the previous haze and became much happier. Lu Nian cheered up and looked for a way home. In February in New York, it was cold and freezing, and King Kong Cat's body, which was exposed in the wilderness, was quickly frozen. But after Lu Nian left, about an hour later, King Kong Cat's already cold body suddenly began to move. King Kong Cat's fingers were slowly squirming bit by bit. Suddenly, King Kong Cat screamed ah, and then jumped up from the ground. I actually am alive? Even King Kong Cat himself didn't know what happened. King Kong Cat really ended his life in frustration just now. What King Kong Cat didn't know was that after the life and death battle just now, King Kong Cat actually evolved from an Epsilon-level mutant to a Delta-level mutant. At the moment when King Kong Cat evolved into a Delta-level mutant, all the injuries King Kong Cat had suffered before were healed by himself. So, King Kong Cat came back to life. Delta-level mutants still have the same appearance as ordinary humans, but this evolution has greatly improved King Kong Cat's various physical indicators, surpassing the limits of ordinary humans. Moreover, this evolution also gave King Kong Cat a superpower. King Kong Cat looked around, and there was no trace of Lu Nian. Despicable guy. You actually use lime powder to plot against me. The next time I meet you, I will definitely cut you into pieces. Although King Kong Cat's successful evolution this time was thanks to Lu Nian's blessing, King Kong Cat's hatred for Lu Nian did not decrease but increased. At this time, Lu Nian had found the way home and began to run towards home. Lu Nian knew that his crazy behavior in the past few days would make Mrs. Henry worried. Therefore, Lu Nian decided to go home and explain to Mrs. Henry. At the same time, Lu Nian also planned to rest at home for 2 days and think about his future. Tom and Jerry are now dead, and the Fist of Justice is only in name only. Now only Lu Nian is left alone. If Lu Nian wants to continue to go out and seek justice, he must plan well. On the afternoon of February 13th, Mrs. Henry was doing volunteer work in an orphanage in the suburbs of Brooklyn. Suddenly, a group of masked gangsters rushed into the orphanage and fired guns. In order to protect the children, Mrs. Henry resolutely used her body to block the children behind her. In the end, Mrs. Henry fell in a pool of blood. When Lu Nian learned that Mrs. Henry was attacked, she rushed to Downstate Hospital as soon as possible. This was not the first time Lu Nian came to Downstate Hospital, so the doctors and nurses in the hospital remembered Lu Nian. Before Li Hua's body was sent to Downstate Hospital, a nurse on duty took the initiative to come forward and greeted Lu Nian. You are here. Hello, nurse sister. Which ward is Mrs. Henry staying in? Mrs. Henry, let me check for you. The nurse on duty lowered her head and began to look through the list of inpatients. After a while, the nurse on duty looked up and replied, I'm sorry, there is no woman named Mrs. Henry among the inpatients. No? Impossible. I received a notice saying that Mrs. Henry is in Downstate Hospital. When did it happen? Just now. So I rushed here as fast as I could. Please, nurse sister, Help me check again. Okay, I'll check for you again. The nurse on duty lowered her head again and began to look through the list of inpatients. After a while, the nurse on duty looked up and said, "I'm really sorry, Lu Nian. There's really no woman named Mrs. Henry in the list of inpatients." Impossible. This is impossible. At this time, another nurse on duty came over. "Alice, what are you doing?" "I'm looking for an inpatient, but she's not on the list of inpatients." "Who is it?" "Mrs. Henry." Mrs. Henry? Haha. "Of course you can't find her in the list of inpatients, because she's dead." When Lu Nian heard this, his emotions instantly went out of control. Lu Nian rushed to the nurse, pinched her shoulders with both hands, and asked, "What? What did you just say? Mrs. Henry is dead? ? The nurse tried desperately to push Lu Nian away, but couldn't break free, so she had to shout, "It hurts. You're pinching me, let go, let go." But Lu Nian didn't care whether the nurse was in pain or not, and continued to shake the nurse and asked, "Answer me quickly, is Mrs. Henry really dead?" "Really, it's true." Mrs. Henry was already dead when she was sent to the hospital. "How did she die?" "She was covered with gunshot wounds." "I know." Lu Nian let go of the poor nurse and went to the morgue to see Mrs. Henry. The doctor on duty at the morgue saw Lu Nian and walked up to ask, "Who are you looking for?" Lu Nian said a little exhausted, Mrs. Henry." "Wait a minute." The doctor on duty walked into the morgue and quickly pushed out a bed. Mrs. Henry lay quietly on the bed, with a kind face. At this moment, Lu Nian could no longer control his emotions. He rushed up and hugged Mrs. Henry's body, crying loudly, "Mrs. Henry, why did you leave like this? Why did you leave me alone? Why?" The doctor on duty saw this scene and shook his head regretfully. "Hey, another one. There are too many such scenes in the morgue of the hospital every day, and the doctor on duty has long been accustomed to it." Lu Nian cried for a long time before stopping. Lu Nian checked Mrs. Henry's body and found that Mrs. Henry had at least dozens of wounds on her body. It is conceivable how serious the injuries Mrs. Henry suffered before her death. Lu Nian's emotions became uncontrollable again. Because of Lu Nian, his teeth began to clack. Seeing this, the doctor on duty stepped forward to comfort Lu Nian and said, "Anyone would be sad when their loved one passes away. I hope you can accept the loss." Lu Nian ignored the doctor on duty and turned away from the morgue. At this moment, Lu Nian had only one thought in his mind, which was revenge. Chapter 61 The Ten Rings Gang. Lu Nian ran to the orphanage where Mrs. Henry was volunteering. Outside the orphanage, the police had set up a cordon and prohibited anyone from entering. However, after the police had completed the investigation and collected evidence, they left the orphanage. When Lu Nian arrived at the orphanage, it was still blocked, but there was no one in the orphanage. Lu Nian ignored the cordon and walked into the orphanage. The yard of the orphanage seemed very calm, and there was nothing unusual, but when Lu Nian walked into the building of the orphanage, a strong smell of blood immediately hit his nose. The building of the orphanage was in a mess, with bloodstains everywhere. Lu Nian found it hard to imagine what kind of crazy people would choose to attack the orphanage. "These inhuman bastards! Don't let me find them." After Lu Nian finished speaking, he punched the wall with a bang. A concave fist hole immediately appeared on the wall. Lu Nian continued to explore the orphanage, trying to find some valuable clues. There were many scattered bullet shells on the ground at the scene. Lu Nian bent down, picked up a bullet shell and began to examine it. Not long after Lu Nian entered the orphanage to investigate, another person also came to the orphanage to investigate. This person was Lawyer Matthew Murdoch. Lawyer Matthew Murdoch learned about this horrific tragedy from the police. Matthew Murdoch felt that this attack case was a little unusual, so he rushed to the orphanage to investigate. But Matthew Murdoch did not expect that there was a connection between this orphanage and Lu Nian. When Matthew Murdoch saw Lu Nian appear here, he couldn't help but be surprised. But despite being surprised, Matthew Murdoch took the initiative to step forward and greet Lu Nian. "Lu Nian, why are you here?" Mr. Matthew Murdoch, why are you here? I learned from the police that there was a shooting in this orphanage this afternoon. I feel that this shooting is a bit unusual, so I want to come over to investigate." "What about you? Why are you here?" Mr. Matthew Murdoch, Mrs. Henry ... She was murdered this afternoon. Mrs. Henry? She is the old woman you live with. Yes. She was murdered this afternoon? Where? Right here. Matthew Murdoch didn't know whether to cry or laugh when he heard the news. Matthew Murdoch thought to himself, this little guy is really a weirdo. People who have a relationship with him have died one after another. Should I be careful too? Matthew Murdoch adjusted his facial expression and tried to look sad. Lu Nian, the dead cannot be resurrected. Please accept my condolences. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, you came just in time. We can investigate together. Maybe we can find some valuable clues. Okay. Because Lu Nian came a little earlier, Lu Nian began to introduce the situation of the orphanage to Matthew Murdoch. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, I have just investigated. There are scattered bullet shells and blood stains everywhere. Can you see any problems from the bullet shells? No. Haha. You are only 16 years old. You don't understand these. Lu Nian, look carefully at the bullet shells. There are several numbers at the bottom of the bullet shells, representing the manufacturer and production batch of the bullet shells. Oh. Matthew Murdoch entered the numbers that Lu Nian set into the computer for query, and soon found the whereabouts of this batch of bullets. Lu Nian, this batch of bullets finally fell into the hands of a gangster. Which gang? The Ten Rings. What is the Ten Rings? The Ten Rings is a very scary organization, but I don't understand why they attacked the orphanage. The Ten Rings, an organization founded by Mandarin, Iron Man's lifelong enemy. Mandarin was born in 1920. His mother is a British aristocrat and his father is a Mongolian. Mandarin claims to be a descendant of Genghis Khan. Mandarin got 10 magic rings by chance. Through the 10 magic rings, Mandarin got extraordinary knowledge and powerful personal abilities. So Mandarin wanted to conquer the world. In order to conquer the world, Mandarin established a terrorist organization called the Ten Rings that roamed the world. The harm of the Ten Rings is even greater than that of Hydra. Tony Stark became Iron Man thanks to Mandarin. Mandarin sent people to kidnap Tony Stark for a high ransom. As a result, Tony Stark was helped by some mistake and became Iron Man. These are all later stories. Matthew Murdoch briefly introduced the Ten Rings to Lu Nian. Matthew Murdoch didn't know much about the Ten Rings, and only knew some of the Ten Rings fur, but just these superficial things about the Ten Rings were enough to make Circus Murdoch feel terrified. At this time, the Mandarin was still in a low-key stage. However, the people of the Ten Rings were already scattered all over the world, secretly collecting arms, ready to start an uprising at any time, and contributing everything they had to the Mandarin's dream of conquering the world. After hearing about the Ten Rings, Lu Nian also felt that there was something wrong here. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, since the Ten Rings is such a powerful organization, how could they come and attack an orphanage? This is unreasonable. Yes, this is really puzzling. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, no matter what, we should find the people from the Ten Rings first and ask them to find out the truth. Upon hearing this, Matthew Murdoch immediately stopped him and said, Lu Nian, don't be impulsive. You can't go to the Ten Rings. Why? They killed Mrs. Henry. I want to seek revenge on them. Lu Nian, the Ten Rings are not your opponents. I'm not afraid of the X family. Why would I be afraid of the Ten Rings? Ha ha ha. Lu Nian, you have to know that the X family is nothing compared to the Ten Rings. But even so, you were forced into a hard battle by X himself. If you go to the Ten Rings for revenge now, it will most likely be dangerous. Lu Nian stopped after hearing this. But Lu Nian's face was full of unwillingness. Although Matthew Murdoch couldn't see, he could clearly feel Lu Nian's anger, helplessness and unwillingness at the moment. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 62 Tracking. Matthew Murdoch pondered for a moment and said, Lu Nian, how about this? Mr. Matthew Murdoch, we certainly can't go directly to the Ten Rings gang for trouble, but we can secretly collect evidence of the Ten Rings gang's crimes. Mr. Matthew Murdoch, even if we really collect evidence of the Ten Rings gang's crimes, What can we do? Do you want me to call the police? According to what you just said, I'm afraid the police can't do anything to these bastards. Lu Nian, you're right. If the law can punish all bad guys, then there will be no need for Daredevil. Daredevil? Yes, I will contact my friend Daredevil to help you get justice. Mr. Matthew Murdock, that's really troublesome for you. Lu Nian was relieved when he heard that Daredevil would show up to help him get revenge. Daredevil's strength seems to be stronger than his own. Mr. Matthew Murdock, huh? Daredevil said he would give me special training last time. Has he forgotten it? Of course he hasn't forgotten. It's just that too many things have happened around you recently, and he is worried that you are not in good condition. It doesn't matter. I've made it. Mr. Matthew Murdock, you don't know. I fought with that monster this morning, and I killed him with my own hands and avenged Tom and Jerry. Oh, you killed that monster? Yes. How was it? Was he powerful? Powerful. Very powerful. The two claws of that monster are quite strong, and I couldn't break them. Oh, then how did you defeat him in the end? Lu Nian scratched his head embarrassedly and said, I used some tricks. Tricks? At that time, I saw some lime powder, so I just sprinkled a handful of lime powder on the monster. Mr. Matthew Murdock, am I too despicable to do this? No, there's nothing mean about this. You're doing this to protect more people. If you let that monster go, that monster will definitely kill more people. After hearing what Matthew Murdock said, Lu Nian felt warm in his heart. Lu Nian, since there are no clues here, we should go. Okay, Mr. Matthew Murdock. The two walked side by side towards the outside. When they were near the cordon, Matthew Murdock joked, haha. Lu Nian, do you know what crime it is to break into the cordon without permission? Lu Nian shook his head and replied, I don't know. If you are found by the police, you will be detained for 10 days. Mr. Matthew Murdock, then aren't you breaking the law too? Matthew Murdock heard this and showed a sly smile on his face. It doesn't matter. At this point, the police have already gone off work. After Lu Nian and Matthew Murdock parted, he suddenly found that he had nowhere to go. Mrs. Henry died, Tom and Jerry died, and his mother died too. Lu Nian is now a real lonely person. Mrs. Henry's house and Tom and Jerry's house were all taken away by the government. Lu Nian had to return to his own home. The traces of damage left by the octopus horse last time were still there. Looking at the damage to the interior, Lu Nian shook his head helplessly. Hey, let's find someone to repair it tomorrow. Lu Nian went back to bed and lay down, ready to go to sleep. While Lu Nian was busy sleeping, Daredevil began to act at night. The matter of the Ten Rings gang made Daredevil feel a huge pressure. Before the action, Daredevil came to Lu Nian's house and wanted to train Lu Nian. As a result, Daredevil found that Lu Nian was sleeping too soundly and couldn't be woken up no matter how he called. This idiot, he actually slept so soundly at night. If an enemy comes to the door, isn't he dead? Daredevil didn't wake Lu Nian up, so he had to leave alone cursing. Daredevil visited several strongholds of the Ten Rings gang this night. In each stronghold of the Ten Rings gang, Daredevil saw several children. Strange, why did the Ten Rings capture so many children? The Ten Rings were determined to conquer the world, so they captured many children from orphanages around the world and trained them. They were brainwashed and trained by the Ten Rings from an early age and were extremely loyal to them. Daredevil quickly thought of the key to the matter. What are the New York police doing? Why did they just leave them alone? It stands to reason that one orphanage after another in New York was attacked, and the New York police would definitely find some clues. But the New York police have not taken any action yet, which is too unusual. Daredevil immediately thought that someone in the senior management of the New York Police Department must have suppressed this matter. Daredevil immediately said indignantly, "Damn it. These hateful guys, they are so careless about human life. Aren't children's lives lives?" Daredevil's speculation was very accurate. There were indeed spies from the Ten Rings among the senior management of the New York Police Department. The orphanages in New York were repeatedly attacked, but they were all suppressed by this spy from the Ten Rings. However, you can't hide from the first day. Such a big thing will be known to the New York media sooner or later, especially with the help of Daredevil. On February 14th, the headlines of major New York media were all about the attack on the orphanage. After seeing this, The people immediately called the New York Police Department. Now, the spy of the Ten Rings gang couldn't be stopped. Originally, these children were to be transferred to other places, but now, these children have not had time to be transferred and have been rescued by the New York police. After receiving the intelligence from the insider, the various strongholds of the Ten Rings gang fled as soon as possible. They left all the children who were robbed to the police, who came to block the door. Although the New York police did not catch the robbers, they rescued so many children and stopped the New York media from talking. But when Matthew Murdoch saw this news in the newspaper, he was not happy. The Ten Rings gang is really an incredible existence. However, I, Daredevil, will not lose to you. On February 14th, Lu Nian saw the news in the media. The headlines were all about the mysterious organization snatching children. Lu Nian immediately realized that this matter must be related to Daredevil. But Lu Nian couldn't care about so much now. Lu Nian's house now doesn't even have a door, and it needs to be repaired as soon as possible. Lu Nian stayed at home all day, watching the workers working in front of him. Chapter 63 Valentine's Day Alone. It took Lu Nian a whole day to repair the house, and this was on the premise that Lu Nian paid double the wages. American workers, as long as you are willing to pay, they will be the most hard-working people in the world. Otherwise, they are just a group of uncles. Lu Nian replaced a door for his home, then patched up several damaged places in the house, and replaced a few windows for the house. Together with the workers' wages, it cost nearly $2,000 in total. At 5 p.m., the workers left Lu Nian's home one after another with their wages and smiling. Lu Nian also packed up and went out, because he had to watch the workers work. Lu Nian had not eaten for a day. Now, Lu Nian planned to go out for a good meal to comfort himself. This day is Valentine's Day, which is a very important day for young people in the United States. Lu Nian walked on the streets of Brooklyn, and saw couples showing their love everywhere. As a single dog, Lu Nian said that he did not envy this at all. At this time, a flower girl came to Lu Nian to sell. "Big brother, do you want to buy a rose for your girlfriend?" "I'm sorry, I don't have a girlfriend." "Big brother, even if you don't have a girlfriend, you can buy a rose." "I'm single, why should I buy a rose?" "You can buy a rose for yourself, to commemorate this special day." "I don't want it." After saying this, Lu Nian turned around and left. Big brother, don't go. My rose is a lucky flower, just buy one. I promise you will find a girlfriend tonight. "Oh?" Lu Nian stopped when he heard this. Although he knew that the little girl's words were largely a joke, Lu Nian felt extremely lonely at the moment. Having lost his master, his mother, his friends, and Mrs. Henry, Lu Nian is now really alone, without a single relative. From childhood to adulthood, Lu Nian has never been as eager to get someone's care as he is now. "How much is one?" $5. "Huh? So expensive?" "The lucky roses that can help you find a girlfriend are $5 each. Not expensive at all." "Okay, then give me 2 roses." Big brother, why do you want to buy 2 roses? You don't even have a girlfriend now." "Ha ha ha. If I buy 2 lucky roses, does that mean I will have 2 girlfriends?" Upon hearing this, the flower girl immediately despised him. "Big brother, you are a big pig's hoof." Being despised so seriously by a little girl, Lu Nian felt a little embarrassed. "Little sister, I'm kidding. It's so cold, it's not easy for you to sell roses outside, so I want to support your business a little more." "Oh, then you can buy 10. Buying 2 seems so stingy." Okay, then I'll buy 10. Lu Nian decisively took out $50 from his pocket and handed it to the flower girl. The girl looked at Lu Nian silently, without reaching out to take the money. "What's wrong? What are you looking at?" "Take it. I want to buy 10 roses." "Big brother, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you just now. You are not a pig's hoof. You are a good person." "Good person? Haha. What's the use of being a good person? You are still a single dog." "Big brother, don't worry, good people like you will definitely be rewarded." "Okay, stop talking so much. Hurry up and give me 10 roses." "Big brother, thank you for your kindness, but I can only sell you 2 roses." The little girl took $10 from Lu Nian's hand and put 2 roses in Lu Nian's hand. "Why is this?" "You asked me to buy 10 roses just now, But now you only sell me 2 roses. An innocent smile appeared on the little girl's face. If Big Brother is a big pig's hoof, I don't mind cheating Big Brother a little more. But Big Brother is a good man. I can't cheat Big Brother's money. These 2 roses are what Big Brother wanted to buy just now. I always do business with honesty. Haha. Good. But you still have to accept this money. Lu Nian stuffed the remaining $40 in his hand into the flower girl's hand, and then ran away. With Lu Nian's speed, the flower girl had no time to react. To Lu Nian's surprise, the flower girl looked at the $50 in her hand, and her face did not show any gratitude. This big idiot. Do you really think that this lady comes out to sell flowers to make money? Lu Nian did not hear the flower girl's complaint. Lu Nian jogged all the way, and then gradually slowed down. At this time, the conversation between the 2 people on the roadside reached Lu Nian's ears. Today is Valentine's Day, but you can't even give me a rose. A rose costs $5. It's better to buy some food. I don't care. If you don't give me a rose today, I will break up with you. No, it's just a rose. Okay, I'll draw one for you. Get out of here. Lu Nian looked at the 2 roses in her hand and decided to help others. Lu Nian took the initiative to walk up to the young couple and greeted them. Hi. Hello. The woman replied unhappily. Not at all. The man asked very politely. Hello. Is there anything I can do for you? I just overheard your conversation. I just happened to have an extra rose here, and I'd like to give it to you. The man was overjoyed when he heard this. The woman burst into laughter when she heard this. Thank you. Actually, it's my job that doesn't allow me to buy luxury goods like roses. I know, everyone has their own difficulties. Here's one for you. After Lu Nian finished speaking, she put a rose in the man's hand. Thank you. You are a good person. Haha. This was the 2nd time Lu Nian received a good person card in one day, and Lu Nian just laughed it off, thinking that he had done 2 good things in a row. Lu Nian finally found a restaurant that looked pretty good. The Island's Caribbean restaurant located at 8203 Flatlands Avenue, Brooklyn. On Valentine's Day, all the major restaurants in Brooklyn have thoughtfully prepared Valentine's Day set meals. But what is a bit embarrassing is that even if you are dining alone, you must have the Valentine's Day set meal, because on Valentine's Day, major restaurants often do not serve other food except the Valentine's Day set meal. Lu Nian is now facing this embarrassing situation. Okay, then give me a Valentine's Day set meal. Chapter 64 Accident. 2 appetizers, 2 main courses, 2 staple foods, a dessert, and 2 specially made cocktails. This is all the content of the Valentine's Day package. Lu Nian's physical fitness is twice that of ordinary people, so naturally his appetite is also twice that of ordinary people. A full table of food, no need for help from others. Lu Nian can handle it by himself. As the only single person in the hotel, Lu Nian is a bit maverick, especially those couples. When they see Lu Nian eat so much, they subconsciously feel a little uncomfortable. Lu Nian did not deliberately control his volume when eating. So, soon a waiter came to Lu Nian and discussed with Lu Nian. Hello, guest. Lu Nian's mouth was full of food, and he responded vaguely. My dear, you are eating too loudly and disturbing other guests. And then, they hope you can leave our restaurant and eat somewhere else. Of course, we can give you a free meal. Free? But you have to wait until I finish eating before you leave. Sir. Excuse me. Can you please leave this restaurant now? Of course Lu Nian didn't want to leave. At least before he finished eating the free food, Lu Nian couldn't leave the restaurant. While the waiter was arguing with Lu Nian, several black men rushed into the restaurant with machetes in their hands. Seeing this, the waiter was so scared that he immediately bent down and hid. The guests in the restaurant also lowered their heads and pretended that they didn't exist. The black man who led the group walked to the counter, put the machete in his hand on the counter, and asked the waitress fiercely, "Where is your boss?" "The boss is not in the store." "Impossible. When he called me just now, he said he was in the store." "Are you playing tricks on me?" I dare not. The boss is really not in the store now." "Humphrey, if I find him later, you're dead." "Search for me." The black man's men immediately raised their machetes and searched around the restaurant for the whereabouts of the restaurant owner. Everyone was worried, Only Lu Nian was still eating with relish. Lu Nian's abnormality soon attracted the attention of the Black Boss. The Black Boss raised the machete and walked in front of Lu Nian. "Boy, you're quite brave, aren't you? You can still eat in this situation." "Of course," the boss said. "This table is free for me. It's a waste if you don't eat it." "TSK. So you're a fearless foodie." After the Black Boss examined Lu Nian, he felt that Lu Nian was a weak teenager, and at the same time very young, so he didn't take Lu Nian seriously. Soon, several black youths came out with a middle-aged white man. The Black Boss immediately asked the waitress at the front desk, "Ahaha, didn't you just say that your boss is not in the store? What's going on?" I. The waitress was immediately frightened and speechless. "I just said, if you lie to me, I will punish you." "Okay, come with me." "White monkey, wait for me outside for a while, we'll settle our bill later." Without saying a word, the Black Boss pulled the waitress and walked towards the depths of the restaurant. The waitress was wailing for help, but no one stood up to defend the injustice. At this time, Lu Nian was finally full. Lu Nian had no good feelings towards this restaurant. The free meal was originally a good treatment, but the order to leave made Lu Nian feel very unhappy. But Lu Nian was a big man and did not bear grudges. Lu Nian stood up and shouted with all his strength, "Stop it all!" Several black youths heard Lu Nian's words and looked in the direction of the voice. They found that the person who spoke was actually a minor. These black youths laughed. "Ha ha ha! When will it be the turn of a half-grown boy to stand up and speak? Are we too kind? Let this kid think we are easy to talk to." "Makes sense. Boss, what should we do now?" The Black Boss waved his hand casually and ordered, "Take him down and beat him up, and then throw him out of the store." "Yes, boss." Two black youths walked towards Lu Nian with ill intentions. "Boy, don't blame us for being too ruthless. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself for being too nosy. Boy, next time you act like a hero, remember to weigh yourself first." The two black youths thought they had LV Nian in their hands. Two fists attacked LV Nian from the left and right. Everyone in the restaurant thought that LV Nian would definitely fall to the ground, but the result was beyond everyone's expectations. It was not LV Nian who fell, but the two black youths. "What happened just now?" "I don't know. Why did our people fall to the ground? This kid looks a little weird." The two black youths who fell to the ground foamed at the mouth and were unconscious. When the Black Boss saw this scene, he immediately realized that LV Nian was playing the pig to eat the tiger. "Ha ha ha! It seems that I have made mistakes sometimes." "Boy, you stand up and want to be a hero to save the beauty. You really have two brushes in your hands." The Black Boss felt that LV Nian was very strong, so he didn't want to make enemies with LV Nian, so he took the initiative to give LV Nian a way out, hoping that LV Nian would stop while he was ahead. "Leave a way for others so that we can meet again in the future." "What? Are you scared? Aren't you just trying to save this woman? I'll give her to you. You can take her away, but I hope you won't interfere with the rest of the things." Hearing the words of the Black Boss, the waitress immediately cried to Lu Nian, "Please, take me away. I am willing to be your girlfriend." Woo 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 tilde. But at this time, the owner of the restaurant suddenly appeared. The owner of the restaurant saw that the Black Boss obviously didn't want to fight with Lu Nian. "Young man, as long as you help me today, you will eat in my restaurant for free in the future." Lu Nian was completely disdainful of beauty, but after hearing the words of the restaurant owner, Lu Nian's eyes immediately shone with a gleam. "Are you serious? If I lie, curse me to be hit by a car when I go out." "Okay." For a long-term free meal ticket, Lu Nian decided to help the restaurant owner. Of course, even without the promise of the restaurant owner, Lu Nian would help. It's just that now, Lu Nian is more motivated to work. Chapter 65 done. The Black Boss saw that Lu Nian was determined to come forward, and knew that this fight was inevitable. The Black Boss was also a decisive person, and he immediately took the initiative. While Lu Nian was not yet stable, he came over with a machete. This was a battle without suspense. If the Black Boss had a gun in his hand, Lu Nian might still be a little afraid, but if it was a close combat, Lu Nian would not be afraid of anyone. The machete in the Black Boss's hand fell down, but I don't know if it was intentional. The machete deliberately avoided Lu Nian's vitals. Lu Nian dodged the machete with a flash, and then quickly punched 3 times in response. Lu Nian's 3 full-strength punches directly beat the black boss to vomit blood. The black boss's men saw that their boss was beaten to vomit blood by Lu Nian, and they looked at each other, unable to believe it was true. But Lu Nian had no intention of showing mercy. As long as the black boss was not completely knocked down, the battle would not be over. Lu Nian walked in front of the black boss and planned to kick. Unexpectedly, at this time, the black boss begged for mercy. Stop, stop, I give up. Huh? Hearing this, Lu Nian looked suspicious. You are awesome. I give in. I was wrong today. I will take my people away. The restaurant owner immediately stopped him. No, you can't just let him go. Hearing this, the black boss gnashed his teeth and cursed, asshole, if this guy hadn't been here today, I would have chopped you up and fed you to the dogs. My little brother, what I said just now is still valid. As long as you help me this time, you can eat for free when you come to my restaurant in the future. I have already helped you. No, although you have defeated him now, he will still come to trouble me in the future. Then what do you want me to do? Kill him? That's impossible. Then you subdue them, and I will call the police. Okay, that's no problem. Lu Nian immediately ran to the door of the restaurant in a few steps, blocking everyone's way. Please cooperate. When the police come, I will let you go. The black boss saw Lu Nian's action and knew that today's matter would not end well. What are you guys still doing there? Why don't you hurry up and kill him? Do we have to wait for the police to come and invite you to spend Valentine's Day in the police station? The black boss's words were like a wake-up call, waking up a group of younger brothers. A group of people immediately raised machetes and rushed towards Lu Nian. Seeing this, the guests in the store broke into a cold sweat for Lu Nian. Only Lu Nian himself sighed helplessly. Hey, do you have to force me to do it? In just a few blinks of an eye, a group of people were lying on the ground. Seeing Lu Nian so cruel, the black boss had no idea at all. Awesome, this little brother, you are so awesome. The restaurant owner never dreamed that Lu Nian's skills were so good. Lu Nian answered modestly, it's just a trifle, not worth mentioning. 10 minutes later, the police arrived at the restaurant and took away the troublemakers. Seeing that the matter was settled, Lu Nian immediately found the restaurant owner. Boss, you just promised me. No problem. I will get you a black VIP card now. From now on, as long as you come to the restaurant with this black VIP card, you will get a free meal. Ha ha ha. Thank you very much, boss. This little brother, you are so good at fighting. Do you have a teacher behind you? I guess so. Little brother, how should I call you? My name is Lu Nian. Brother Lu Nian, my name is Garland. As you can see, I am a restaurant owner. Well, is there any problem? Brother Lu Nian, if you don't mind, how about we be friends? Be friends? Why, look, I have been treating you to free meals for a lifetime, with such a deep friendship. Do you think it's appropriate for us not to be friends? Okay, Brother Garland, please take care of me in the future. Lu Nian felt that what Garland said made some sense. Just for the long-term free meal tickets, it was not a loss to make friends with Garland. Brother Lu Nian, are you full? I was full, but I just moved around a bit and I'm a little hungry again. Then I'll treat you to another meal. That's so embarrassing. It's just a meal. Brother Lu Nian, don't be polite to me. Thank you, Brother Garland. The bad guys were caught, and the restaurant's business was back on track. Couples who came to the restaurant to eat began to show their affection again. Garland held Lu Nian and sat in the back of the restaurant. Brother Lu Nian, why are you alone? Don't you have a girlfriend? Haha. Brother Garland laughed at me. I'm still single. Really? It shouldn't be. With Brother Lu Nian's skills, how could there be no girls who like him? Take Jenny for example. Now look at you. Your eyes are shining. Jenny is the front desk waitress of this restaurant. Just now, the black boss wanted to bribe Lu Nian with Jenny, but was rejected by Lu Nian righteously. Jenny felt resentment towards Lu Nian because of this, but Lu Nian's subsequent performance conquered Jenny. Lu Nian quickly dealt with all the threats. It is said that beauties love heroes, and Jenny is no exception. Jenny has another identity. Jenny is Garland's niece. After hearing that Lu Nian did not have a girlfriend, Garland immediately had some thoughts in his mind. Brother Lu Nian, Do you want me to introduce you to a girlfriend? No, I'd better do it myself. Brother Lu Nian, you don't have to be polite. Brother Lu Nian, since we are friends now, I feel obligated to help you solve your lifelong affairs. Lu Nian was stunned when he heard this. At this time, the waiter brought a sumptuous dish, which just relieved Lu Nian's embarrassment. Lu Nian immediately began to eat and drink, avoiding this topic. But Garland was relentless. Brother Lu Nian, what do you think of Jenny? She is the waitress at the front desk. Well, it's okay. Lu Nian replied incoherently. Brother Lu Nian, if you agree, I will let Jenny come over to talk to you. You two can cultivate your relationship. No need. Lu Nian immediately rejected the proposal. But Garland seemed not to hear it, stood up and called Jenny over. When Jenny heard Garland calling her over, she immediately ran over with excitement. On the way, Jenny did not forget to take out the small mirror, took a quick look, and touched up her makeup. Chapter 66 Girlfriend. Lu Nian was not interested in Jenny, who was so enthusiastic and took the initiative to come to him. Lu Nian's interest was all on the dining table. For Lu Nian, fine wine and delicious food were far more attractive than beautiful women. Garland sat aside, constantly saying good things about his niece. And Jenny also leaned on Lu Nian, flirting with him, trying to arouse Lu Nian's interest. Unfortunately, Lu Nian was completely unmoved. Brother Lu Nian, are you really not interested in my niece at all? No matter what, she is now a beautiful girl. How can you be completely indifferent? Lu Nian once again used his age as an excuse. Haha. Brother Garland, I'm only 16 years old this year. 16 years old? 16 years old. You are 16 years old this year. Jenny saw Garland retreat and glared at her uncle in dissatisfaction. In my opinion, age is not a problem at all. I just like young ones. They are obedient and caring. Jenny, stop fooling around. Uncle, I'm not fooling around. I really like this little guy. When he fought for me just now, he was so manly. I will marry him in this life. Hearing this, Garland had to continue to ask Lu Nian with some embarrassment. Brother Lu Nian, how about you two date for a while? Dating doesn't cost money. My niece is thrifty and beautiful, and she is definitely the best candidate to marry home as a wife. Brother Garland, I am very grateful to you. But, before Lu Nian finished speaking, Jenny blocked Lu Nian's mouth with her lips without hesitation. At the same time, Jenny quickly waved her hand at her uncle, signaling him to leave here quickly and not get in the way. This was the first time that Lu Nian had been kissed by a stranger of the opposite sex since she was a child. This strange feeling was hard for Lu Nian to describe in words. Maybe it's because I drank a cocktail just now. Lu Nian made excuses for himself in his mind. Jenny is not a chaste woman, and she has had several boyfriends. When it comes to dealing with an innocent boy like Lu Nian, Jenny is definitely a master of one thing conquers another, and can easily capture him. How about it? Are you willing to be my boyfriend now? Lu Nian's tongue rolled and he refused. No. Seeing this, Jenny knew that she needed to use some drastic measures. Jenny skillfully turned Lu Nian into an insulator with one hand, and turned herself into a half-insulator with the other hand. Puff. Lu Nian couldn't stand the stimulation, and both nostrils couldn't help but spurt out blood at the same time. Half an hour later, the sight turned back, and Lu Nian was still sitting at the dining table eating and drinking. Hey, can you say something? Don't just focus on eating. Jenny, from today on, you are my girlfriend. Jenny heard this and showed a smug smile on her face. Oh yeah, I knew it would be like this. But Jenny, can I ask you for a favor? What is it? Just tell me. As long as I can do it, I'll promise you. Don't do that to me in front of so many people in the future, okay? Why? Don't you think it's very romantic? Lu Nian said with a red face. I feel embarrassed. You were too loud just now, and many people were looking here. Let them see if they want to. Anyway, they can see it but can't get it. Only you can see it and get it. Lu Nian was speechless about Jenny's statement, and could only respond with a helpless smile, then lowered his head and continued to eat. Garland naturally saw the good show just now. Garland thought it was normal for his niece to express her love in such a bold way. The United States is a country that advocates freedom of love. Being able to win over Lu Nian is definitely 100 benefits for Garland. Garland is not as simple as he seems. Garland is the owner of a restaurant on the surface, but privately, he is a big boss in the New York underworld. Although his strength is not good, he has dozens of people under his command. This is also the main reason why someone came to trouble Garland just now, to grab the territory. But with Lu Nian's intervention, Garland won this battle, which means that the territory controlled by Garland will double. Garland himself does not have any big ambitions. Garland runs a gang just to protect the safety of his family. Since Jenny became Lu Nian's girlfriend, she naturally told Lu Nian all the details of Garland. What? Brother Garland is actually a gangster boss? Actually, my uncle is not a gangster boss at all. Look at how cowardly he is. My uncle is so scared that he dares not say a word when a random gangster comes. That's true. He just wants to protect his family. Yeah, I understand his difficulties. Thank you, Jenny. Today is Valentine's Day, and we have eaten a lot. Why don't we go out for a walk? Jenny heard this and smiled brightly. Okay, wait for me here. I'll go say hello to my uncle first, then change my clothes and come back. After Jenny finished speaking, she kissed Lu Nian on the face. Lu Nian was used to this. Jenny said hello to Garland. Hearing this, Garland excitedly stuffed Jenny with a few $100s and wished Jenny to have a good time with Lu Nian. Jenny returned to the locker room, changed out of the waitress's clothes, and put on her own miniskirt and low-cut clothes. Aren't you cold wearing this? Of course not. Why? Am I not sexy in this? Lu Nian replied with a blushing face. Sexy. Do you like it? Yes. That's it. Jenny took Lu Nian's arm and left the restaurant. When passing by Garland, Garland did not forget to say hello to Lu Nian. Brother Lu Nian, my niece will be in your care tonight. Okay. Okay. Brother Lu Nian, we are a family from now on. You are welcome to come to the restaurant for dinner anytime in the future. Okay, okay, uncle, let's go. If I am fine tomorrow, I will come to work, but if I feel tired tomorrow, I will. Garland patted his chest and said, then you can have 2 days off. I will take care of everything. Just go and have fun. Thank you, uncle. Chapter 67. One night, Lu Nian gave the rose in her hand to Jenny. Jenny, this is for you. Huh? Why do you have a rose on you? Just now when I went out, I happened to meet a little girl selling roses, so I bought one. Oh? The little girl told me that as long as I bought her roses, I would be able to find a girlfriend. Haha. Then you got what you wanted now. Yes. Then do you want to go back to that little girl and thank her in person? No need. If we are destined, we will definitely meet again. Where are we going to play now? I don't know. Then do you have a destination in mind? No. Seeing Lu Nian so unromantic, Jenny felt a little headache. Didn't you have a girlfriend before? No. I should have thought of it earlier. Jenny took Lu Nian to the Southern Yacht Dock in Brooklyn, because today is Valentine's Day. There is a special night cruise on the sea on Valentine's Day. Since Jenny wants to play, Lu Nian will naturally not be stingy. After taking out several $1,000s, a luxury yacht left the port. Jenny, today is the first time in my life that I've been on the yacht. Thank you. No way. You have so much money on you, but you've never driven a yacht? Jenny, I'm not a rich second generation. It doesn't matter whether you're rich second generation or not. My uncle is a gangster boss. As long as you follow him, you won't lack money to spend. Jenny, I don't plan to get involved too much with your uncle. Why? Do you look down on my uncle? That's not the case. I just don't like gangsters. But your skills are so good. I know, but my skills have nothing to do with whether I'm a gangster. Then who taught you your skills? Professor Caesar taught me. Professor Caesar? Yeah, a professor actually taught you these things? Yes, he not only taught me how to fight, he also taught me a lot of other things. Then did he teach you how to find a girlfriend? No, I think so too. Lu Nian and Jenny, on a yacht, drifted off the coast of New York. The two ran to the deck of the yacht, shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, looking at the night sky, and talking about love. It was not until the late night that the yacht returned to the Brooklyn dock. Lu Nian was holding Jenny, who was sleeping soundly, feeling a little overwhelmed. What should we do now? Where should we go? On Valentine's Day, Lu Nian knew that he should go to a hotel to get a room at night. But Lu Nian felt that it was too much of a loss to go to a hotel to get a room, so it was more convenient to go home. So, Lu Nian carried Jenny back home. Why is there someone coming so late? Daredevil came to Lu Nian's house very professionally, wanting to give Lu Nian special training. But Daredevil came at the wrong time. Lu Nian just got home. Is it Lu Nian? Why did he come home so late today? And he was holding someone in his arms? Daredevil hid immediately. Lu Nian returned home and didn't feel anything unusual. Lu Nian walked directly into the bedroom holding Jenny. Jenny was sleeping soundly and had no reaction. Lu Nian put Jenny on the bed and covered her with a quilt. Then, Lu Nian took out his mobile phone and prepared to call Mr. Murdoch, the magic cultivator, to discuss the special training. Daredevil saw this and said in his heart, not good. Although Daredevil had no ill intentions, it was inappropriate to break into someone else's house for no reason. Daredevil immediately took advantage of Lu Nian's inattention and quickly left Lu Nian's house. Hello? Is that Matthew Murdoch? I'm Lu Nian. Is it Lu Nian? Why are you calling me so late at night? Mr. Matthew Murdoch, your friend Daredevil said he would give me special training, but it's been several days and I haven't even seen his shadow. Don't worry, he will definitely come to you tonight. Lu Nian was relieved after getting Matthew Murdoch's assurance. After Lu Nian hung up the phone, he began to look for food in the house. After playing all night, Lu Nian felt hungry. But Lu Nian's idea fell through. There was no food in Lu Nian's house. At this time, someone knocked on the door of Lu Nian's house. Knock, knock, knock. Who? Your friend, Daredevil. You came pretty fast. Lu Nian opened the door, and it was Daredevil standing at the door. I just received a call from Matthew Murdoch. He hopes that I can train you well. Yes, Mr. Daredevil, I also hope to get your guidance to make me stronger. I don't know if I can make you stronger, but I can train you so that you can have more experience in fighting against enemies. Thank you, that's enough. Daredevil took Lu Nian and started the first night of training. Daredevil took Lu Nian to the dark and narrow passage. Daredevil, why did you bring me here? Haha. There is such a good training place. Why not use it? Oh, here, you can train your reaction ability. How to train? It's pitch dark here. You can only rely on your intuition to walk, right? Yes. When fighting, you rely too much on your eyes and ignore your intuition. So, the first lesson I teach you is to trust your feelings. Lu Nian walked back and forth in the dark in the narrow passage, and Daredevil would sneak attack Lu Nian with a stone. One night, Lu Nian was beaten by Daredevil and his face was swollen and bruised. He was in great pain. Daredevil, I can't take it anymore. If you keep fighting, I'm really going to die. Okay, that's all for tonight's training. We'll continue tomorrow night. Lu Nian, I'm leaving first. See you tomorrow night, Daredevil said, and left without giving Lu Nian a chance to refute. Lu Nian returned home with a swollen face. At this time, Jenny had woken up. Lu Nian, where is this? This is my home. Oh, what happened to your face? Did someone beat you up? Of course not. I accidentally fell down. Impossible, with your skills. How could you fall like this? Yeah, okay. I'm tired today and don't want to go to work. Let's go out for breakfast later? No problem. Lu Nian agreed to Jenny's request without hesitation. By the way, I want to go shopping today. Do you have time to accompany me? Of course. Thank you. You're so nice, Jenny said, and a big red lip was reflected on Lu Nian's face. Chapter 68 Encounter. Although Valentine's Day has passed, there are still many couples on the streets of Brooklyn. Lu Nian and Jenny appeared on the streets of Brooklyn, looking very harmonious. The two of them held hands, just like they were walking on the street to show their affection. Belated affection. On Friday, February 15, 2013, the streets of New York were still crowded with countless people rushing to work. Jenny, don't you have to go to work today? Didn't you hear what my uncle said last night? If I feel tired today, I can take 2 days off. Oh, but you slept well last night, pig. Who knows what you did last night? Jenny knew that Lu Nian didn't sleep next to her last night. Then the next morning, Lu Nian came home with a bruised face. Jenny just pretended not to know. Jenny, Actually, I went out to meet a friend last night. Yeah, aren't you curious? No. Why? Because I believe you. Thank you. Lu Nian felt warm in his heart when he heard Jenny's words, and he took Jenny's hand and held it tighter. Seeing this, Jenny flashed a sly smile on her face. Lu Nian and Jenny first found a fast food restaurant to have breakfast. This is a very ordinary fast food restaurant located in the northern part of Brooklyn. The store is ordinary, but the food in this fast food restaurant is first-class delicious. In front of Lu Nian and Jenny, there is a pile of sandwiches, 2 hot dogs, various sauces, and 2 cups of coffee. Sorry, just make do with it this morning. Tomorrow morning, I will take you to eat better. It doesn't matter. I don't mind the food. Lu Nian heard this and smiled at Jenny. After Lu Nian and Jenny finished breakfast, they stood up and were about to leave, but found that 2 acquaintances also came to this restaurant for breakfast. John and Sam, because John's mother was seriously ill and urgently needed money. The 2 took a risk and chose to go out to rob, and they met Lu Nian. Lu Nian was very kind and gave John $20,000 to treat his mother. Since then, the 2 sides have never had any intersection. Today, the 2 sides actually met on the streets of Brooklyn. John and Sam found Lu Nian at the first time. John and Sam rushed to Lu Nian without saying anything, and knelt down with a thump. The 2 of them choked and shouted at the same time, "Benefactor, hey, don't do this. You too, get up." "Benefactor, thank you, get up. You too, how can you 2 kneel on the ground?" Lu Nian forcibly pulled John and Sam up from the ground. "John, how is your mother? Was the operation successful?" "Benefactor, thanks to you, the operation was successful." Lu Nian heard a happy smile on his face. "That's good." "Benefactor, why didn't you contact us later? We have been working hard to make money recently, and we want to pay you back." "No need. I don't lack money. I'm glad you have this intention." Jenny stood aside with a blank face, watching the 3 grown men chatting there. But from the content of the 3 people's chat, Jenny still heard some clues. As Lu Nian's girlfriend, Jenny naturally couldn't watch Lu Nian give up such a large sum of money. Jenny thought for a moment, and finally couldn't help but persuade, "Lu Nian, I think it's not appropriate for you to do this. You should pay back the money you borrowed." It was not until this time that John and Sam discovered Jenny's existence. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately introduced, "This is my girlfriend Jenny. She speaks more directly. Don't mind it." "You too." John and Sam looked at each other, and then said to Jenny respectfully, "Hello, Miss Jenny." "Hello, Jenny. I lent them money to save people, not for other purposes. Since the people have been saved, why don't you take the money back?" "They don't have the money to pay back." "You can let the 2 of them pay it back slowly." Miss Jenny is right. "Benefactors, it's only natural to pay back debts." "Right. It's only natural to pay back debts." Lu Nian finally couldn't stand the persuasion of the 3 people and agreed to let John and Sam pay back the money. However, the jobs John and Sam found didn't pay much, so the 2 parties agreed to pay back $1,500 per month, which would be paid off in 14 months. Out of kindness, Lu Nian invited John and Sam to have breakfast. After Lu Nian and Jenny left the restaurant, Jenny complained to Lu Nian in dissatisfaction, "Why don't you take the money? That's the money they saved their lives. But now they are taking the initiative to ask for it back, so I can't take it. John's mother just had an operation and needs to supplement her nutrition. It's not appropriate for me to ask them for money at this time." "You are too kind." Lu Nian shrugged after hearing this. "Please don't do this again in the future. Even if you don't want to be a bad person, you can't be a good person." "I know." Jenny raised Lu Nian's chin with her fingers and said seriously, "Lu Nian, I am your girlfriend. You have to be nice to me. Do you understand?" Lu Nian's heart immediately bang 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 beat straight. I know, yeah, I know," Jenny said, and gently smoothed Lu Nian's chest with her hand. Lu Nian's heart immediately beat even harder. After experiencing this episode, Lu Nian and Jenny's goal remained unchanged and continued to go shopping in the department store in Brooklyn. Lu Nian and Jenny first came to the Target department store in the southern part of Brooklyn. Target department store is located on the bustling 18th Avenue. After having a girlfriend, Lu Nian decided to take a few days off and stop being chivalrous. As a young man who was in love for the first time, Lu Nian was completely blank in terms of emotions. Lu Nian only wanted to be good to Jenny. So, no matter what Jenny wanted, Lu Nian would buy it for Jenny. This is a common problem in first love. Jenny was moved by Lu Nian's behavior. Jenny had been in love several times before, but in no relationship did her boyfriend spoil her like Lu Nian did. "Why are you so good to me?" "Because you are my girlfriend." Lu Nian's answer was not romantic, but it made Jenny feel as sweet as honey in her heart. When Lu Nian and Jenny walked out of the Target department store, Lu Nian was carrying a lot of bags in his hands. Jenny changed everything from head to toe. "Jenny, where are we going now?" "Let's send the things back to my house first, then we'll take a break. At noon, we'll go out for lunch." Lu Nian answered without hesitation. "Okay." If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 69 Lunch. Jenny took Lu Nian back home. Jenny's uncle is a gangster, so Jenny's family conditions are not bad. It is located in a high-end apartment in the North District of Brooklyn. "Jenny, it seems that your family conditions are good. You can afford to live in such a good apartment." "Of course. I can make at least $5,000 a month, but the rent here alone is more than $2,000 a month." "So expensive?" "Yeah, so I don't have much money to buy cosmetics and go out to play." After Jenny finished speaking, she looked at Lu Nian with a meaningful look. Unfortunately, Lu Nian didn't understand what Jenny meant. Seeing this, Jenny thought to herself, "This dead straight man, he doesn't understand romance at all." "Lu Nian, do you want to move in with me? Anyway, whether it's one person or two people living here, the rent is the same money and it won't change." Let me think about it again." Lu Nian didn't agree to Jenny directly. Although Lu Nian's house is shabby, it is full of various memories. Jenny saw that Lu Nian didn't say yes, and she immediately became a little anxious. "Why don't you move in with me? Your shabby house is not comfortable at all." "I know, but it's my home after all. No matter how shabby it is, it's my home." "But you live alone now. It's too pitiful. You should move in with me. I can take care of your food and daily life. Moreover, here, we can do whatever we want. There is no inconvenience." After Jenny finished speaking, she deliberately posed an attractive pose towards Lu Nian. Lu Nian was in love for the first time, and with the youthful vigor, he immediately felt the blood boiling all over his body. Lu Nian and Jenny tossed around for a whole morning. Although Jenny was an old hand, she couldn't stand Lu Nian's super physique. The two sides were evenly matched. After a morning of fighting, it ended in a draw. No one got the upper hand. Lu Nian lay on the bed, hugged Jenny in his arms and said, "Jenny, I've decided. From today on, I will move in and live with you." Hearing Lu Nian's words, Jenny's face showed the joy of victory. "Well, go back and pack your things in a while. From today on, we will officially live together." In the United States, it is very common for boyfriends and girlfriends to live together. That has to wait until we finish lunch. After experiencing a big battle, Lu Nian felt empty in his stomach. "Then let's go downstairs to eat. There is a fast food restaurant downstairs. The taste is not bad." "Well, just lead the way." Jenny quickly put on her clothes, put on her makeup, and took Lu Nian out. Seeing Jenny's speed, Lu Nian was secretly surprised. So fast. Lu Nian had never found a girlfriend before, so he didn't have a clear concept of women's speed. The fast food restaurant Jenny mentioned is a Mexican-style fast food restaurant. The owner of this Mexican restaurant is a middle-aged uncle from Mexico. This Mexican uncle is quite talkative. "Jenny, you're here, eh? Is the guy next to you your boyfriend?" "Yes, haha." "Jenny, how long do you plan to be together this time? 10 days, or half a month?" "Uncle, I'm serious this time." "Lu Nian, uncle is joking. Don't take it seriously." Lu Nian nodded silently. "Yeah, I know, uncle." "Stop talking nonsense. Hurry up and make us some delicious food." I boasted in front of my boyfriend about how delicious your cooking is. You can't let me lose face. Jenny, don't worry. Uncle may not be good at other things, but his cooking skills are absolutely top-notch. Lu Nian, let's go in and sit down first. Jenny took Lu Nian and walked into the depths of the restaurant with ease, and found a quiet place to sit down. The first thing Jenny did after sitting down was to take out a small mirror from her bag to touch up her makeup. Seeing this scene, Lu Nian couldn't help but frown. What's wrong? Is there a problem? Jenny, I think you look pretty now. So what? So you don't need to touch up your makeup all the time. Your makeup will definitely fall off in a while. Stupid. For women, makeup is more important than life. Oh, is that so? Of course. Okay, I've learned something again. You've never been in love, so you don't understand women. But it doesn't matter. I will slowly change you. I hope it will get better and better. Of course. Although the Mexican uncle is good at talking nonsense, his cooking skills are not ambiguous at all. Soon, a table of sumptuous Mexican food was placed in front of Lu Nian and Jenny. Seeing this, Lu Nian couldn't help drooling and said, "It smells so good. This meal is my treat." Just eat as much as you can, Jenny. I won't be polite then. You're welcome. Eat quickly. After dinner, we still have to move. Yeah. Lu Nian didn't hesitate to put a large plate of grilled steak in front of him and ate it with relish. Jenny saw that Lu Nian was such a big eater, and her face did not show any displeasure. This is my man. He is good at fighting. He is good at home. He is also good at eating. I am so happy. Jenny's heart is now full of happiness. Jenny's appetite is much smaller than Lu Nian's. Lu Nian finished most of the table of delicious food by himself. When paying the bill, the Mexican uncle rounded off the change and charged Jenny $150. $150? Isn't it too expensive? Young man, it's not expensive at all. The ingredients here are absolutely fresh. Got it. Uncle, stop bragging. Your boyfriend actually said that the things in my store are expensive. It's so unreasonable. Uncle, don't be angry. I will take him out and give him a good lesson now. Yes, I must teach him a good lesson. Jenny took Lu Nian and left the Mexican fast food restaurant quickly. What's going on, Jenny? Why are we running so fast? If you don't run faster, the uncle will nag you all afternoon. But the food there is really a bit expensive. Then let me ask you, is the food there delicious? Delicious. Since the food there is delicious, it must be worth the price. No way. If the food is delicious, does it have to be expensive? Of course, delicious food has to be expensive. Lu Nian has never eaten a meal that costs more than $100 since he was a child, so he has no clear understanding of expensive meals. Chapter 70. Interception. At this moment, Jenny deeply felt that the task of transforming Lu Nian was a long and arduous journey. Lu Nian returned to his home and simply packed his luggage. In fact, Lu Nian's home didn't have any valuable belongings, just a few clothes, and these clothes were all made by Lu Nian's mother. Lu Nian hasn't bought clothes for himself for a long time. Lu Nian, why don't you forget it? These clothes are small and old, and they are not suitable for you now. After Lu Nian took the night potion, his physical fitness changed a lot. He grew taller and his body became stronger. These clothes did look a little small on him. No, these clothes can't be thrown away. These clothes were made by my mother for me. Your mother can make clothes? What does your mother do? My mother is dead. She was tailor when she was alive. Sorry, I didn't mean it. It doesn't matter. While Lu Nian was busy going home to pack up his belongings, in an old house in the suburbs of Brooklyn, Dr. Gordon was carrying out a very crazy plan. Dr. Gordon was heartbroken by King Kong's accidental loss. In order to make up for King Kong's vacancy, Dr. Gordon began to step up experiments, hoping to make a new cyborg warrior. But how easy is all this? Cyborg surgery must be based on mutants. But mutants are not a common species, and they can't be found just by looking for them. In order to find more mutants for his own cyborg experiments, Dr. Gordon turned to developing mutant potions. Although Octopus Horse and Crabman are dead, and King Kong has left, Dr. Gordon extracted cells and blood from the three of them for research. Dr. Gordon thought again and again and decided to develop a mutant potion himself to mass-produce mutants. This will be an extremely dangerous invention. It may change the future of all mankind and even the entire universe. If you accidentally create an Omega-level mutant, It will be a disaster for the entire universe. After learning about Dr. Gordon's new plan, Dr. Zora opposed it, but Dr. Gordon insisted on his own way and has reached the point of being obsessed. After knowing that he could not stop Dr. Gordon, Dr. Zola angrily closed the contact. Dr. Gordon recklessly began to develop mutant drugs. This will be a long-term research, and it cannot be completed overnight. Dr. Gordon will be silent for a long time in the future. However, this does not mean that the Hydra organization will also fall into silence. On the other side, Lu Nian finally packed his luggage. Lu Nian took a last look at the house where he had lived for more than 10 years, and then left here with Jenny. Lu Nian knew that he might never come back here again after leaving this time. When Lu Nian left, he didn't notice that he and Jenny had been targeted. Lu Nian offended the Brooklyn Axe Gang last night. The Brooklyn Axe Gang is a medium-sized gang in Brooklyn. Last night, the main members of the Brooklyn Axe Gang were sent to the police station by Lu Nian. So, the Brooklyn Axe Gang hated Lu Nian. "You are good with bare hands, but I don't believe you can resist a pistol." The leader of the Axe Gang decided to deal with Lu Nian with a gun. Jenny's uncle Garland also controls a small gang called the Dragonfly Gang, but its scale is not as large as the Axe Gang. Garland is also a sensible person. While the main members of the Axe Gang were taken away by the police station, Garland ordered his men to seize part of the Axe Gang's territory. The Axe Gang dared not speak out. Lu Nian was naturally regarded as a member of the Dragonfly Gang by the Axe Gang. So, the Axe Gang sent people to investigate Lu Nian and follow Lu Nian. When they saw that Garland's niece had a close relationship with Lu Nian, the Axe Gang's self-righteousness made them more certain that Lu Nian was a member of the Dragonfly Gang. Lu Nian and Jenny took a taxi back to the apartment where Jenny lived. However, this short road of more than 10 kilometers has become a road to death. After consulting their superiors, the Axe Gang member who was responsible for stalking decided to kill Lu Nian and Jenny on the road. The taxi was driving on Clarkson Avenue. When the taxi reached a traffic light, a car suddenly rushed out from the side, blocking the taxi's way. Seeing this, Lu Nian subconsciously felt that something was wrong. A man got out of the car with his hands in his jacket pockets. After seeing this, Lu Nian immediately pushed Jenny. "Jenny, run." "Run? Why run?" Jenny obviously didn't understand the situation yet, but there was no time to lose. The killer of the Axe Gang had already taken out the pistol from his arms. Lu Nian quickly opened the car door and pushed Jenny. "Go." Seeing this, the taxi driver immediately added drama to himself. "Where is my fare? Where is my fare? You bastards. You actually put on such a show to cheat me of my fare. Don't you think I can't see it? Who is that guy trying to scare with a fake gun?" Hearing this, Lu Nian casually took out a handful of money from his pocket and threw it on the back seat. Hey, boy, you gave too much." The taxi driver took a look and was shocked. There were hundreds of dollars on the back seat. LV Nian pulled Jenny and started running. The Axe Gang saw LV Nian running away and immediately chased him with guns. Payu. The pistol fired. It was only at this time that the taxi driver confirmed that this was not acting. "This bastard. How dare he hurt my customers? He's looking for death." The taxi driver opened the glove box on the co-pilot, and there was a shotgun in it. The taxi driver got out of the taxi with the shotgun in his hand. The taxi driver yelled at the Axe Gang, "Asshole, stop right there." Bang! After the taxi driver finished speaking, the shotgun in his hand fired. The sound of the shotgun was so loud that everyone's eyes gathered around. The Axe Gang looked at the taxi driver in fear. "What are you going to do?" "Put down the gun." "On what basis?" "On this." Bang! After the taxi driver finished speaking, he fired another shot at the ground. Seeing the taxi driver so strong, the Axe Gang immediately became timid and dropped the pistol on the ground with weak legs. Seeing this, LV Nian and Jenny also stopped. "Lu Nian? Who is he? Why is he chasing us?" "How should I know? But we can go up and ask him now." Chapter 71. Poor man. Lu Nian walked up to the Axe Gang member, but before Lu Nian started to ask questions, the taxi driver stopped in front of Lu Nian. "Why aren't you running?" "Uncle, thank you so much for what you did just now." "Don't be in a hurry to thank me. I helped you only because you gave me more money just now." More money? Lu Nian just hurriedly took out a handful of US dollars from his pocket, and he didn't remember how much he gave. Yes. Seeing Lu Nian's confused face, the taxi driver quickly added, "Boy, don't worry, I won't return it to you, so you don't have to worry about this matter." "Thank you." After figuring out the whole story, the rest of the things were much simpler. Lu Nian walked up to the Axe Gang member and showed a malicious smile. "Okay, now it's our turn to settle the accounts. Tell me, who sent you to kill me and Jenny?" "No one ordered me." The Axe Gang members knew that if they betrayed their accomplices, they would definitely not end well, so they kept their mouths shut. "No one ordered you to do that?" "Yes." "Okay, since no one ordered you to do that, then you will bear all the consequences." After Lu Nian finished speaking, he was about to punch him. "No, stop it." The members of the Axe Gang were dumbfounded when they saw that Lu Nian was about to fight after a disagreement. "What's wrong? Why did you hit me? Ha ha ha. Are you a fool? You just took a gun to kill me, and now you ask me why I want to hit you?" Lu Nian looked at the Axe Gang member in front of him with pity as if he was looking at a fool. I. The Axe Gang member also felt that he was at a loss for words, but he was unwilling to let Lu Nian beat him like this. "Since you have nothing to say, then I will do it." After Lu Nian finished speaking, he raised his fist again. "Stop, stop, stop it." Lu Nian stood up helplessly, pinching his waist and asking, "Brother, what do you want? Can you let me go?" "Get lost." Lu Nian finished cursing and raised his fist for the third time. A second later, a pig-like scream came from the scene. No, Lu Nian was merciless to those who wanted to kill him. The taxi driver saw Lu Nian beating up the Axe Gang members, and his eyes jumped. This is really too miserable. As the niece of a gangster, Jenny was no stranger to beatings. Not only did Jenny not feel disgusted, but she also took the initiative to help Lu Nian beat up the Axe Gang members. Half an hour later, Lu Nian finished beating and called it a day. The poor Axe Gang member was only half dead now. "It seems that there is nothing to do here, so I'll leave first." The taxi driver left with a spray gun in his hand. "Lu Nian, what should we do now?" "Let's call and send him to the hospital." "Are you not going to interrogate him anymore? If he had cooperated with me, would he have become like this?" "Okay." Lu Nian took out his cell phone and called the emergency number. Soon, an ambulance arrived at the scene and carried the poor Axe Gang member away. "Huh? Why are you guys here again?" Lu Nian was a little curious to find that every time he called the emergency number, it seemed that the same group of people came. The doctor in charge of carrying people asked nervously, "Do you know us?" "Number, but every time I called the emergency number, you guys came." "Maybe it's just a coincidence." "Just a coincidence." "Maybe." Lu Nian didn't care about this matter anymore. Lu Nian had done his best by calling the emergency number. As for the final fate of these guys who deserved a beating, Lu Nian was too lazy to ask. Half an hour later, the unconscious Axe Gang member was sent to Dr. Gordon's old house. Strangely enough, all the people who were beaten by Lu Nian were, without exception, Epsilon-level mutants. This strange phenomenon was soon discovered by Hydra. So, Lu Nian was on Hydra's daily tracking list without knowing it. These are all later stories. Lu Nian and Jenny returned home with their luggage. When Lu Nian left, he also picked up the pistol of the Axe Gang member. This little episode that happened at noon did not affect the mood of Lu Nian and Jenny. "What are you doing in the afternoon?" "Take a break. I'm tired." Lu Nian casually put the pistol he picked up into the bedside table. "It's not good to put the pistol casually like this." "It doesn't matter. I don't like to use pistols. My uncle has all kinds of guns. Why don't you try it? See what kind of gun you like to use and carry one with you for self-defense." Lu Nian shook his head. "No need." At this time, Garland called Jenny. "Jenny, I heard from my men that the Axe Gang members have not given up and have sent people to assassinate you and Lu Nian. You two better be careful." "Oh, so it was the Axe Gang who did it." "What, someone attacked you?" "Yeah, just now, someone attacked us with a gun." "How are you? Are you okay?" "We're fine." "Where's the attacker? Did he run away?" "We beat him up, and then we called to send him to the hospital." "Oh, you two are still too kind. For that kind of bastard, just beat him to death and be done with it." "Uncle, okay, I get it. You two better be careful. I'll send someone to protect you later. No need. Lu Nian's skills are very good. He can keep me safe. I forgot. That brat's skills are the best I've ever seen. Take him back to the gang when you have time, and equip him with 2 guns for self-defense. Uncle, that's exactly what I was thinking. With that kid's help, I think our Dragonfly gang can start a new round of expansion. Uncle, Lu Nian never said he would help you grab territory. Jenny, you are my niece and he is your boyfriend, so how could he not help me as his uncle? I don't know him well enough. You two have been sleeping in the same bed. How familiar do you have to be? Uncle, okay, I won't say anything. Jenny, find a way to integrate him into our lives as soon as possible. I will. Okay, then I won't bother you anymore. Remember to bring him to the gang to get to know him in the evening. I'm hanging up first. There are a lot of customers in the store. I have to entertain them. Okay, Uncle, see you tonight. See you tonight. Chapter 72 Eye-opening. Lu Nian, it's my uncle calling. What's the matter? My uncle said that the Axe Gang hired someone to assassinate us. Axe Gang? The same group of people who came to my uncle's store to make trouble last night. So it was them. The people who chased us just now were also from the Axe Gang? Yeah, very good. Every wrong has its perpetrator. Every debt has its creditor. It seems that I have something to do tonight. Lu Nian, you don't want to go to my house for revenge, do you? Why not? It's rude not to reciprocate. Lu Nian said it easily, but Jenny felt that it was not the case. After hearing it, do you want to go by yourself? Yeah, or should I ask my uncle to send some people to go with you? It's okay. If I can't solve it, it's redundant for your uncle to send people. Hearing what Lu Nian said, Jenny no longer insisted. Then why don't you go to my uncle's place later? Why? To get to know him, and to broaden your horizons. Broaden your horizons? Yes, to show you the true strength of the New York Mafia. Haha. What strength can a mafia have? It will be beyond your imagination. Then I'll wait and see. Lu Nian and Jenny rested in the apartment for the whole afternoon, and they didn't go out again until after 5 p.m. The two went directly to Garland's Island Caribbean restaurant. Uncle, Jenny, you're here. It's so late. You're not here to work, are you? Of course not. I just brought Lu Nian here for dinner. Garland suddenly whispered to Jenny. The Axe Gang sent people to hunt you down. Didn't Lu Nian say anything? Yes. What did he say? He plans to come to your house for revenge later. Good boy. So brave. Uncle, you must send someone to protect Lu Nian when the time comes. Niece, don't worry. I will definitely arrange it properly. Jenny took Lu Nian to the private room of the restaurant. Lu Nian, what do you want to eat? Order whatever you want. Uncle will treat you. As long as you are full, that's fine. I'm embarrassed to charge your uncle. Just give me a plate of seafood, fried rice and a steak. Okay. Do you need something to drink? Boiled water will do. Jenny smiled at Lu Nian. Then sit here and wait for a while. A few minutes later, Jenny came back with a table of sumptuous delicacies. Lu Nian was stunned when he saw this. Lu Nian, eat it without worry. It's free. This is Alaskan king crab. And this is clam chowder. This is the supreme seafood fried rice you ordered. And this is the tomahawk steak you ordered. Jenny, isn't this a bit too much? I can't finish it all by myself. It doesn't matter if you can't finish it. Uncle won't ask you for money anyway. Besides, you're going to take revenge later. How can you not eat a little more? Hearing Jenny's words, Lu Nian gave in. Okay. Jenny didn't forget to order her own portion. A serving of Caribbean grilled chicken wings, a serving of mixed salad, and a serving of Caribbean fried noodles. Jenny's appetite was obviously much smaller than Lu Nian's. Lu Nian and Jenny chatted and laughed while eating dinner. After dinner, Lu Nian was ready to take action. Lu Nian, wait, what's wrong? You should go to your uncle's place with me first, then go for revenge. Why? Because the strength of the Axe Gang is only stronger than my uncle. You can have a good idea of it. Okay. Lu Nian thought about it and did not refuse Jenny again. Come with me. Jenny took Lu Nian to the back kitchen of the restaurant with ease, and then left the restaurant through the back door. After passing through a long and narrow passage, Jenny took Lu Nian to the door of a basement. Lu Nian, no matter what you see later, please don't be surprised. Yes, I know. I hope you can do it. Jenny opened the door to the basement. The basement was brightly lit. Lu Nian and Jenny walked up a long staircase and came to the basement hall. A guard came out from nowhere, holding a gun and questioning, "Jenny, who is this guy?" "My boyfriend." "Don't you know that outsiders are not allowed to come in here?" My uncle agreed. "If you don't believe it, you can call him yourself." Hearing that Garland agreed, the guard's attitude immediately changed 180 degrees. "Boy, you can do it. You can make the big brother like you." "Okay, I'm going to take my boyfriends to the warehouse." "Warehouse? What are you going to the warehouse for?" "Just take a look around. My boyfriend is an ordinary person. I want to take him to see those things." "Ha ha ha. I think he will like it." "I think there is no man who doesn't like those things." Jenny took Lu Nian to the warehouse deep in the basement. "This is it. This is the capital that the Dragonfly Gang can dominate Brooklyn." Lu Nian was secretly curious when he heard Jenny's words. "The door is an electronic lock, which requires fingerprint verification." Jenny put her whole hand on it. Click. The door of the warehouse opened. Lu Nian walked into the warehouse. At this moment, Lu Nian was stunned. This. Lu Nian was shocked and incoherent. Jenny walked forward calmly and picked up a Barrett sniper rifle with all her strength. "How is it?" "Barrett M82. Have you seen it?" Jenny put down the Barrett, found another missile, and lifted it in front of Lu Nian. Stinger anti-aircraft missile, a powerful weapon in frontal defense battles. It is quite effective against helicopters. Ahem. "Jenny, your uncle is too scary. These things have far exceeded the boundaries of a gang, right?" Jenny put down the Stinger anti-aircraft missile and patiently explained to Lu Nian, "No, I can tell you responsibly that at least 1/5 of the gangs, big and small, in Brooklyn, New York, are as powerful as my uncle. The strength they possess is not weaker than my uncle at all." "You mean, the Axe Gang is so strong?" "The Axe Gang is even stronger than my uncle's Dragonfly Gang." "Really? I heard that the Axe Gang even has military armored vehicles." "At least my uncle doesn't have them." "Military armored vehicles? Are these still gangsters?" "They are almost catching up with professional soldiers." "Lu Nian, don't underestimate the New York gangs. The strength of some big gangs in Brooklyn is more terrifying than professional soldiers." "Really? I just want a simple revenge. Is it that serious?" Chapter 73, Crazy. Lu Nian saw all the heavy weapons in the warehouse one by one. Jenny knew all these treasures well. "How about it? Do you want to take something with you?" Lu Nian shook his head. "No. I think these things are not necessary." "Why do you say that?" "If I really need to use these things, I think I will definitely be dead by then." "Haha. That's not necessarily true." "Hey, why are you sighing?" "You just said that there are military armored vehicles in the Axe Gang." "Yes. Then I will be dead?" "Don't worry, the people in the Axe Gang are not fools. Unless they encounter special circumstances, they can't drive out military armored vehicles." "Okay, then I'm relieved," Lu Nian said, put his hands in his pockets, and planned to leave. "Lu Nian, you really don't want to take anything with you?" "No need." Lu Nian asked Jenny about the location of the Axe Gang, and then left alone. "Humphrey, what an arrogant guy." Garland appeared in the warehouse at some point. "It seems that your boyfriend doesn't need our help." "I don't care, uncle. Send someone to protect Lu Nian immediately." "Isn't this inappropriate?" Lu Nian said he doesn't need help. "Uncle." Okay, I'm afraid of you. I'll send someone to protect Lu Nian immediately." Garland immediately mobilized 4 capable men, fully armed, to support Lu Nian. Before leaving, Jenny repeatedly reminded the 4 members of the Dragonfly Gang, "No matter what happens, you must absolutely ensure Lu Nian's personal safety. Do you understand?" "Niece, don't worry. The 4 of them are the best in the Dragonfly Gang." Lu Nian went straight to the Axe Gang headquarters according to the address Jenny gave. At this moment, the Axe Gang's senior leaders were gathered in the Axe Gang headquarters. An hour ago, someone finally remembered Lu Nian's matter. "Has the boy's matter been dealt with?" "The people we sent out at noon have no news so far." "No news? What do you mean?" "It means literally, did no one answer their phone?" Yeah. Then is there something wrong? Didn't you send anyone to check? No. Waste. Send someone to check immediately. See if the boy is dead. Yes. The headquarters of the Axe Gang is located in the Exquist Hotel on E105th Street next to the Exquist Hotel. There is an OTCF Incorporated social club, which is also an Axe Gang business. Lu Nian came to the street across from the Exquist Hotel and observed secretly. At the door of the Exquist Hotel, Lu Nian found that many suspicious people stopped and stayed. It seems that what Jenny said should be correct. This is the headquarters of the Axe Gang. For safety reasons, Lu Nian decided to enter the Exquist Hotel from the back door. Lu Nian turned around and came to the back door of the Exquist Hotel. The back door of the Exquist Hotel is connected to the kitchen. Lu Nian sneaked into the kitchen of the Exquist Hotel. In the kitchen, a large group of people were busy. Lu Nian bent down, hid behind a machine, and quietly checked the situation. Hurry up, all of you. This batch of goods is in a hurry. Lu Nian saw many people in the kitchen hurriedly moving something. Lu Nian soon discovered something unusual. Huh? Why do those things in their hands look so much like plasma? Are they going to be sent to the hospital? The Axe Gang sent all the plasma to a white van at the back door. Because the amount of plasma transported was relatively large, it aroused Lu Nian's curiosity. Lu Nian now faced a choice, whether to follow the destination of this batch of plasma or continue to take revenge. In the end, curiosity still defeated reason. Lu Nian temporarily gave up revenge and followed the white van that transported plasma. Lu Nian didn't need to disguise himself at all, and ran behind the white van alone. The white van was in the northern part of Brooklyn, turning 3 or 2, and finally stopped at the door of a dilapidated bar. Several people came out of the bar and started carrying plasma. What are they doing? Does the bar need so much plasma? Lu Nian waited until the white van left, and walked into this inconspicuous bar as a customer. It was already 8 o'clock in the evening, and the bar was full of people. Rob Zombie's Dracula was playing on the bar's low-quality speakers. The men and women in the bar were shaking their heads, obviously getting into the rhythm of nightlife. It was Lu Nian's first time in such a place, and he was obviously a little uncomfortable. Lu Nian quickly noticed that there were many shower heads on the ceiling of the bar. At this time, the conversation between several people reached Lu Nian's ears. Oh, a normal person. Still a little kid. This smell. It smells so good. Don't mess around. You too, the food has arrived, and you will have enough to eat in a while. Okay, then I'll let this little guy go for now. Hee. If I can't eat enough in a while, I'll use this little guy as a snack after the meal. It's up to you, but you are absolutely not allowed to make trouble in my bar. You two bastards don't know how difficult it is for me to apply for this business license, the bar owner said, still looking indignant. After listening to the conversation between the bar owner and the two customers, Lu Nian had doubts in his heart. Who are these guys? They actually treat me as a snack? Are these guys ogres? Lu Nian thought of this possibility all of a sudden. Lu Nian's face immediately became quite ugly. As a normal person, a healthy and promising young man, Lu Nian absolutely does not accept the existence of ogres. Lu Nian secretly made up his mind that if these guys were really ogres, he would kill them all in a while. I will never show mercy. But the ending was beyond Lu Nian's expectations. These guys are not ogres, but they are more terrifying than ogres, because the guests in the bar, except Lu Nian, are all vampires without exception. At 10 o'clock in the evening, all the showers on the ceiling of the bar began to spray, but what was sprayed out was neither water nor wine, but thick blood. Hundreds of vampires, while listening to the exciting music, enjoy the blood to their heart's content. Lu Nian was completely shocked by the scene in front of him. Chapter 74 Battle. Lu Nian didn't know where the Axe Gang got the blood from. Lu Nian didn't want to think about the worst outcome. However, Lu Nian didn't have any good feelings for the blood-sucking monsters in front of him. If they are not of my kind, their hearts must be different. Kill. Lu Nian had already moved his murderous heart. At this moment, Lu Nian was covered in blood, as if he had walked out of hell. There were more than 200 vampires in front of Lu Nian. But Lu Nian, who was already overwhelmed by anger, didn't care at all, just wanted to kill all these blood-sucking beasts in front of him. Finally, Lu Nian couldn't hold back his emotions and took action. Lu Nian rushed to the vampire closest to him, and one hand was placed on the vampire's throat like lightning. "You?" The vampire only uttered this one word, and then there was nothing else. Crack! The vampire's neck was directly twisted off by Lu Nian. Because the atmosphere was so high and the background music was so loud, the death of this vampire did not cause any ripples. Lu Nian threw the limp body of the vampire to the ground, and then began to choose the next target, the second one, the third one. Lu Nian was merciless, killing vampires one after another on the spot. Lu Nian kept attacking and was finally discovered. This time, Lu Nian poked a hornet's nest. "Someone is killing our companions. Is it the damned daywalker? No, it looks like a teenager. How dare he look down on us? Let's go together." Drain his blood. The vampires at the scene were boiling. They rushed towards Lu Nian together. A bloody battle was inevitable. Vampires are not zombies, and they will not be infected if they are scratched. But vampires have their own set of rules. In the world of vampires, there are 7 levels: Prince, Duke, Marquis, Earl, Viscount, Baron and Blood Slave. In the world of vampires, most vampires are blood slaves, and only a small number of purebred vampires have titles. For example, in the bar where Lu Nian is now, except for the bar owner who is a vampire baron, all other vampires are blood slaves. Lu Nian triggered a big battle, but the bar owner did not stop the two sides. Stop him? What a joke. I don't want to die yet. In the world of vampires, titles do not represent the level of strength. It is possible that a vampire prince is more afraid of death than a blood slave. The bar owner quietly hid behind the bar, silently watching Lu Nian killing people, without any intention of stopping him. Lu Nian has completely fallen into a violent state. Every time Lu Nian punches, a blood slave will be killed. The floor around Lu Nian is already full of blood slaves. But Lu Nian's actions angered the vampires present even more. The vampires were not afraid of death, and continued to kill Lu Nian. Crazy. The blood flowed like a river. This wonderful feeling made Lu Nian unable to stop. Lu Nian felt that he was addicted. Until Lu Nian broke the neck of the last blood slave, the battle finally came to an end. Lu Nian slaughtered 200 vampires by himself. After the battle, Lu Nian felt weak. A sense of powerlessness surged into Lu Nian's heart. Lu Nian sat down on the ground. The ground was already sticky with blood. Lu Nian didn't care about these, sitting on the ground, gasping for breath. At this time, the bar owner roared at Lu Nian, "Hey, you lunatic! You actually killed so many Blood Clan members. Do you want to provoke a war between the Vampire Clan and humans?" Who told the Blood Clan? Vampire? Are you telling a fairy tale? I'm not kidding you. I think you are twins with that bastard Daywalker. Who is Daywalker? A vampire hunter who calls himself Daywalker. Oh, I should be considered half a vampire hunter now, right? Humphrey, you are really a lunatic. Hey, you are a vampire too, right? Hearing this, the bar owner was so scared that he quickly denied it. Me? No, I'm just a poor bar owner. I'm definitely not a vampire. Lu Nian asked doubtfully, "Is that really the case?" Of course it's true. However, Lu Nian didn't believe a word of what the bar owner said. If the bar owner was really just an ordinary person, then how could there be vampires everywhere in the bar? What are you going to do with these corpses? What else can I do? I'll throw them all out when it gets light. Aren't you afraid that the police will come and investigate? Hey, you don't know anything about vampires, do you? I really know nothing. Then why are you slaughtering vampires? Because they suck blood. You humans also eat pig blood. That's right, but that's pig blood, not human blood. Okay, you win. You haven't answered me yet. What are you going to do with these corpses? Vampires are afraid of the ultraviolet rays in the sun. Oh, so what? Vampires will immediately turn into ashes when they come into contact with ultraviolet rays. So, I just have to throw these corpses outside tomorrow. Let them see the sunlight and they will naturally disappear. I see. I get it. What do you understand? It seems you won't call the police. Call the police? Are you kidding me? More than 200 people died overnight. If the police knew, they would definitely take me away. I'm not that stupid. Anyway, without this group of guests, there will be new guests coming to my bar to consume in the future. Hearing this, Lu Nian shrugged indifferently. Since you won't call the police, forget it. I'm leaving. Although Lu Nian knew that the bar owner must be a vampire, he still didn't kill the bar owner. First, the bar owner didn't show any hostility towards Lu Nian. Second, there were so many corpses on the ground that needed to be dealt with. Since the bar owner was willing to do it, Lu Nian was relieved. When Lu Nian left the bar, it was already past 1 in the morning. Lu Nian's fight lasted for more than 3 hours. It was really crazy. The 4 members of the Dragonfly gang who were responsible for protecting Lu Nian stayed outside the bar and didn't go in. He's out. He's out. It's past 1. I didn't expect him to be in the bar so late. If Jenny knew, she would be sad. Bah, what an irresponsible man. They took it for granted that Lu Nian was just hunting for beauties in the bar. Chapter 75 Tracking. Shortly after Lu Nian left the bar, a jaw-dropping scene happened. The vampire corpses on the ground actually crawled up one after another. Vampires are different from zombies. Even if they are hit in the head, they will not die. Vampires are afraid of sunlight, crosses, and silverware. It is impossible to kill a vampire with bare hands like Lu Nian. Damn, it hurts so much. That bastard hit me so hard. Next time I see that kid, I will definitely suck his blood dry. Agreed. The bar owner saw this scene and his expression seemed very calm, as if he had expected this to happen. Boss, I'm not full. Do you have any more blood? Get out of here, you bastards. I wasted so much plasma tonight. Boss, this is not our fault. Someone came to make trouble. That's right, boss. Someone made trouble in your bar. You should be responsible for it. Responsible? Take responsibility for shit. You bastards. You fought in my bar. I didn't find you. You still want me to be responsible? Dream on. The bar owner is a vampire baron. In the world of vampires, rank and status determine everything. A group of blood slaves will instinctively feel fear when facing a vampire baron. Therefore, the bar owner is not afraid of the guests in the bar making trouble or looking for trouble with him, because these guys are just ordinary blood slaves, and they will be suppressed by their blood when facing him. After leaving the bar, Lu Nian returned to the Exquisite Hotel on E105th Street. Lu Nian wanted to find out where all the blood in the Axe Gang came from. Lu Nian came to the back door of the Exquisite Hotel again. However, at this point, the back door was locked. Lu Nian looked at the surrounding environment and decided to climb through the window to enter the Exquisite Hotel. Lu Nian jumped lightly and climbed onto the window railing. After Lu Nian broke the window railing, he climbed through the window and entered the back kitchen. At this moment, the back kitchen was dark and empty. Lu Nian relied on his superhuman eyesight to look for clues. Since the blood was transported from the back kitchen of the Exquisite Hotel, there must be clues here. The back kitchen was cleaned very cleanly, and the floor was spotless. Lu Nian walked step by step, and suddenly found something unusual. There is something wrong with this place. Lu Nian suddenly found that when he walked over a tile, the tile was hollow underneath. Lu Nian began to carefully examine the tile. Lu Nian firmly believed that there must be some secret hidden under this tile. There must be a mechanism here. Where is it? So Lu Nian expanded the search range. Not only the ground around the tile, but also the tabletops and walls around the tile were included in the search range. Finally, Lu Nian found something strange on the wall. Lu Nian found a strange handle where the knives were hung on the wall. Lu Nian tried to pull the handle. Boom. The tiles on the ground slowly lifted up automatically, and a long dark staircase appeared in front of Lu Nian. Lu Nian relied on his good eyesight to walk down the stairs. When Lu Nian walked halfway up the stairs, he heard a series of low groans and ticking sounds coming from below. Something's going on downstairs. Lu Nian immediately became alert. Outside the Exquisite Hotel, 4 Dragonfly Gang masters were in a dilemma. Is that kid crazy? Why is he going to the Axe Gang's lair so late at night? Who knows? That kid didn't get enough of his crazy in the bar just now, and now he's going to the Axe Gang's lair to do something crazy again. Then what should we do? Should we go in? No, he's crazy. But we're not. But the boss has repeatedly asked us to ensure the kid's safety. That kid is looking for death. How can we protect him? We tried our best. Anyway, I won't go in. I won't go in either. Then what if the boss asks about it? Just tell the truth. Anyway, I don't want to care whether this bastard kid is dead or alive. Okay, then we'll wait here until dawn. If that kid hasn't come out by dawn, we'll go back and report to the boss that the kid is dead. What do you three think? Okay, I have no objection. Agree. So, the four masters of the Dragonfly gang quietly hid at the back door of the Exquisite Hotel, patiently waiting for dawn. It is said that Lu Nian went down the stairs all the way and finally came to a dungeon. Lu Nian saw dozens of people imprisoned in the dungeon, both men and women. In the hall of the dungeon, 5 people were tied to a wooden stake. The wrists of the 5 people were deliberately cut, and blood kept falling. At the feet of the 5 people, there was a huge basin for storing blood. Lu Nian saw this scene, and his eyes were red with anger. These bastards from the Axe gang, they actually collected blood in this way. Damn it, just for this one thing, Lu Nian hated all the people in the Axe gang. In Lu Nian's view, vampires belong to another race, a race that is completely hostile to humans. Now, the Axe gang took the initiative to help vampires, which is no different from rape. Lu Nian quickly walked to the middle of the dungeon and rescued the 5 people who were being bled. Lu Nian tore his clothes and tied up the wounds of the 5 people. However, this simple method can only stop the bleeding temporarily. Although the 5 people didn't know who Lu Nian was, they were full of gratitude when they saw Lu Nian saving them. The 5 people had been bleeding all night and had difficulty speaking, so they could only thank Lu Nian with their eyes. After Lu Nian put the 5 people down, he also released all the people in the dungeon. Thank you, thank you. In the dungeon, voices of thanks came one after another. Please help and carry these 5 people out. Okay. Several people immediately came out of the crowd and helped Lu Nian carry the 5 people who had just been bled out and walked out together. In the security room of the Exquisite Hotel, 2 staff members on duty were dozing off. Huff, ha, ha tilde suddenly, one of the staff members on duty sneezed. Achoo. The staff member on duty glanced at the big screen with sleepy eyes. The staff member on duty suddenly saw that there was no one in the dungeon. Huh? Am I hallucinating? He immediately rubbed his eyes desperately, hoping that it was his own hallucination. But when he woke up and found that there was really no one in the dungeon, the staff member on duty was terrified. He immediately woke up his stupid teammate. Wake up, wake up. Something terrible has happened. Yawn tilde what could possibly happen in the middle of the night? Dungeon. Everyone in the dungeon has run away. How is this possible? Don't tease me. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.